For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a checkmark, all in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today. Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out Team Apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
And our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Nice. Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Birds like Tanagers.
Back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete. Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud support.
Great at flying out of the way to miss your car, deer, and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the Tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Timeouts are more than just a break. They're an opportunity. At Blue Tin Design and Marketing, we help small town businesses shine, just like your team on game day. From creative branding to digital marketing, we're here to support your community. Let's build something great together. Visit bluetindesign.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregates, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
For the second time out of 4 trips, we find ourselves back in Madison, South Dakota, this time at the Madison High School Gymnasium. Good evening and welcome to the Vermillion Tanagers pregame show here on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. I'm your host for the pregame shows, Heath Nimke. Cole Larsch and Spencer Buley will have you covered for play-by-play action tonight from Madison, South Dakota. And tonight's matchup features 2 teams in the DAC-12, and it should be a good boys matchup. Madison boys come in 5-2 overall. The Vermillion boys 6-1. And for the Vermillion boys, they start a big trend or a very busy next couple of weeks, as the next 4 opponents for the Vermillion boys are all DAC-12 opponents, including some of the top teams, not only in the DAC-12, but also in Region 4A, Sioux Falls Christian, and even coming up on Thursday when Vermillion is back home, the Lennox Orioles. Vermillion has struggled against Lennox at home, but has seemed to be the kryptonite of the Orioles in Lennox. We'll talk more about that game, though, coming up on Thursday, because right now it is the matchup of Madison. And as I mentioned earlier, that boys side of things, but when it comes to the girls side of things with the Madison Bulldogs, things are, if you will, a little bit different. Madison continues to be where they've been at for probably about, the past 5 years now, on the lower side. In fact, in Region 3, they are the last place team right now at 1-7 overall. In fact, they are even below a Garrettson team in the standings that is 0-7. They're also below Madison, being bottom of Region 3A, below Baltic, who Vermillion's already beat, and Tri-Valley, who Vermillion's already beat, and West Central, who's number 2 within the region, also a team that Vermillion's already beat. So, on paper, it seems very simple for the Vermillion girls. This looks like it's going to be not just a win, but another big, easy win, if you will. The only win that the Madison Bulldog girls basketball team has had so far this season was beating the only Parker Pheasants, who still have yet to win a game. They're 0-8 on their basketball season, 37-32. That was 10 days ago, but have lost in a big scoring fashion, if you will, to every other team that they have played. And take nothing away from this Madison Bulldog girls basketball team. Maxine Unterberner has this team in a very good spot once again this year, just continuing to grow the program. But that has been one thing about this program, is they just don't always have the consistency when it comes to their girls always going out for high school basketball. In fact, you look at this year, and there are only 3 seniors a part of this group, 2 seniors on the varsity, 2 juniors on this varsity squad as well. There are a lot more sophomores, 6 sophomores a part of this group, but that gets back to my ultimate plan when you talk about the youth when it comes to senior and junior leadership. It does make it a little bit of a struggle to build a program. So we'll see how tonight's game goes. But again, for paper-wise, it looks like this should be an easy game for the Vermillion girls. And take nothing away, they wouldn't mind kind of what their schedule they are on right now, because for the Vermillion girls, it's going to be a very, very busy week. Again, they have Madison coming up today, and then they also have coming up on Thursday, they play against Lennox in a big matchup. And then they have a huge game for the Hanson Classic coming up on Saturday. And then after Saturday, they play on next Tuesday, a week from today, against Elk Point Jefferson, a team that is receiving votes. And then even wrapping up the month of January, next Thursday, January 30th, they play Del Rapids, and that is a Del Rapids Lady Couriers team that has made a resurgence this year. Again, that has been a Lady Couriers team that's been down for the past several years, but have made a resurgency so far this year. But again, back to this week, Lennox and a big game in the Hanson Classic also coming up for this weekend. So a lot to focus on for this girls team. Speaking of, I'm going to step aside. Coming up here on the pregame show, we will sit down with head coach John Brooks to talk more about the busy week. And also, Cole Larsch and Spencer Buley will be coming up here in just a moment to talk more about both these squads here for tonight, and also take a look more at the region standings and how the Vermillion Tanagers sit according to the media standings. They begin the year as number 1, still remain in their spot they were last week. That is all on the way next as we discuss more here on Live Ticket TV and Vermillion Tanagers Live.
Is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dogs. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need. to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
The best way to get through winter is to start planning for spring. And Grossenberg has new Honda walk-behind self-propelled mowers in stock. 3 models to choose from, residential up to commercial grade, starting at $900. Each mower features a powerful, reliable Honda GBC 200 engine, cruise control, and roto-stop technology that allows you to step away from the mower without stopping the engine. Get ready for spring with a new Honda mower from Grossenberg. Stop by one of our 9 locations today or go to grossenberg.com for more details.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Well, good evening from Madison here on Vermillion Tanagers Live. Spencer Buley alongside Cole Larsch made the trip, Cole, about an hour and 40 minutes north, along with the Vermillion Tanagers, in town to face the Madison Bulldogs. Cole, hoping that this drive is worth it, hoping for a couple of good games, but not necessarily sure that we're going to get them. What are your thoughts on tonight's matchups?
Yeah, I think we're going to see 2 contrasting games. I mean, you look at the records just on your screen right now. Vermillion, obviously the number 2 team in the Class A media poll, voted on, and that came out yesterday. They currently sit number 4 in their region in Region 4, and they currently sit tied for 12th in the state of Class A basketball, just overall according to the seed points. And then you turn it over and you kind of look at the Madison squad. I mean, this is a squad. Heath Nimke talked about it a little bit in the pregame show. Graduated all 5 starters from last year, almost a complete rebuild into this year. Third-year head coach coming in trying to rebuild. But you look at the records. I mean, 7-1 and 1-7 here in the first game. In the second game, I think it's going to be fast. It's going to be up and down. Vermillion outsized once again. Maybe not the original OG Twin Towers of past for the Madison Bulldogs, but they still have Ben Brooks underneath for the boys' side of things. I mean, this is it's going to be a kind of a tale of 2 games, but 2 very winnable games for the Vermillion Tanagers making the trip up here.
Vermillion Tanager girls, which is our matchup coming up here in just about 5.5 minutes, are 7-1. Madison Bulldogs are 1-7. Vermillion's only loss by just 3 points to a very, very talented Class B team in the Centerville Tornadoes. That matchup taking place up in Centerville. Madison Bulldogs, on the other hand, just 1 win. That one came over Parker, 37-32 at America's Hometown Classic. Cole?
Again, that is also a Parker squad currently sitting dead last in the Class A standings at 0-8. So again, take that win with a grain of salt, but a win is a win nonetheless there on that schedule for Madison.
On that note, Cole, go ahead and turn it over to you for our South Dakota media polls.
Yeah, again, I mentioned it a little bit earlier in the Class A prep media polls. Came out yesterday, January the 13th. Sioux Falls Christian comes in number 1. As I turn down the audio here, they got some advertisements flying on the video board here in Madison. Sioux Falls Christian, again, almost unanimous number 1, coming in at 8-0. Vermillion, they receive a first-place vote, sitting at 7-1. They currently sit second. Makpia Luta, they come in 7-0, receiving 2 first-place votes, and they sit third. Dakota Valley makes the jump from receiving votes to 4th. Hamlin stays steady at 5th. Wagner drops from 3rd all the way to receiving votes. Elk Point Jefferson receives a couple votes, as does Rapid City Christian. Again, that wraps up the South Dakota Prep media polls. So we kind of turn it over to the region standings in Region 4 for the Vermillion Tanagers. Again, a lot of good teams that the Vermillion Tanagers have to compete with in their region. Sioux Falls Christian currently sits number 1, 8-0, 46.5 seed point average. Dakota Valley also sits 8-0, 46.4 seed point average. Vermillion currently sits third at 7-1, 44.143, and Elk Point Jefferson sits fourth at 43.167. Lennox 5, Canton 6, Beersford 7. Beersford has the worst record in the region, and they're at 4-5. Just goes to show you how tough the Region 4 is, not only in previous years, but especially now this year.
We've talked about how tough that region is all season long and going to continue to talk about it all season long, as it has not shown any signs of letting up on the competitive side. One more section of pregame to get to. That's Heath Nimke with John Brooks up next on Vermillion Tanagers Live.
Coach John Brooks, get ready to take on the Madison Bulldogs. But before we talk about the Bulldogs game coming up and also the schedule that is also coming up for your group, let's revisit last week taking on Baltic. Got a nice victory over Baltic, 70-35, in which we saw your team really pull away in the second half and finish business and take care of the Bulldogs from Baltic. What's your takeaway from that game, and how did you like your team's performance over last week against Yankton and Baltic, really feeling like they're playing, as you mentioned, a lot more loose and having fun out there?
Yeah, it was something we talked about with the girls yesterday heading into this Madison game. Is we're really happy with our focus the last two games against Yankton and Baltic. Up 42-6 against Yankton and 48-8 against Baltic at halftime. So that means we're coming out, coming out the gate, so to speak, ready to play and ready to go and focused and all those things. So that's something we got to continue, and that's kind of the message again heading into the Madison game tonight. On the road, long road trip, cold outside, all those things. Once we get to the gym, how focused are we to execute our game plan and have another good performance? It's that time of the year where we want to start to play really well every single night. So that's really the focus moving forward.
Well, let's talk also. You talk about the focus for your group. Coming up on Thursday, Lennox, who, of course, that great relationship with you and Coach Quayle, and Lennox always is a tough challenge for your group. You have the Hanson Classic on Saturday, which puts you at the premier game. You're the last game of the weekend, which means you're always the best matchup. And then even looking ahead to next Tuesday, Elk Point, Jefferson, even next Thursday, Del Rapids, a revamped Del Rapids team. So over these past three games, including this game tonight against Madison, you're not playing the toughest of competition. Does that worry you at all, what you're about to head into the next week?
Yeah, the next 10 to 12 days gets really, really difficult. And like you said, starts tonight with a road game against Madison. Got Lennox coming to town on Thursday. Like, Hanson Classic Saturday night, we drew Luta, who we beat in this first round of state tournament last year. They're a top team in the state again this year. Next Tuesday is at Elk Point. They're a top team in the state this year. And then actually, you were a week, sorry to correct you here, but you were a week ahead on the Del Rapids game. We actually go Tuesday, then into Saturday, Diary Wakanda Classic with Drew Lyman, who's who's number 3 in Class B. So we have a brutal schedule coming up. Really tough teams just stacking on top of each other. So we're about ready to go through a really difficult stretch.
Yeah, I appreciate you correcting me there as well. I got that a little bit mixed up on my calendar. So, yeah, it does not get easy for you. So, that being said, and you say, I agree with you, because Madison, on paper, it's going to be an easy victory for your group, but it's this trip up to Madison, whether it's the DAC-12 NEC Clash or just playing Madison in general, it can have its troubles because of the trip. So what's the message to the girls tonight to remain focused?
Well, I think anytime when you're in the DAC-12 and you're on the road, you can't expect it to be easy. And that's really our message. We're going on the road for a conference game. Once again, targets on our back. They got nothing to lose. They're going to come out swinging, and we got to be ready to handle that. And if we're not, then anything can happen. So once again, we go back to the Baltic and Yankton game, liked our focus coming right out of the locker room to start the game, and we got to see that tonight again out of our group.
As we get further into this season and the way things have gone so far, let's focus on another part of your team, and that is continuing to develop the bench. Usually it's at this time the coaches start to shrink up the bench. They know who their varsity players are going to be and who they're going to rely on. Do you think you have found that with your bench, and your kind of 8-9 key girls that you're going to use game in and game out?
Yeah, we've kind of played the same 7 all year, and, we're going to continue with that. We like Lexi and Amara coming off the bench and what they can provide for us, and Maddie and Maya just continue to get better and more comfortable every game. So we need to keep developing those kids. We're still somewhat young in the season, but we're also getting to that point where, we need to start seeing production out of everybody. So, it's a total team effort, offensively, defensively. Obviously, we have our big three that we need to rely on for some scoring, but we need those other kids to play well too.
Problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Back here in Madison, getting set for tip-off between the Madison Bulldogs and the number 2 Vermillion Tanagers. Starting lineups just given to us. Vermillion Tanagers, pretty familiar. Number 1, Casey Hansen. Number 5, Maya Halverson. Number 10, Taylor Roovers. Number 12, Madigan Wallen. And number 33, Brooke Jensen. On the other side, the hometown Madison Bulldogs. Number 2, Ella Malone. Number 3, Lindsay King. Number 11, Grace Fiji. Number 12, Jaya Ingalls. Number 15, Cambry Hunsley. And number 33, Tania John.
Just introducing the junior Bulldogs here inside the Madison High School. 4 of them there lined up along the left side of your screen. As you can kind of see them there as the huddle camera goes back and forth a little bit. And now they're getting into their full starting lineups again. These two teams coming in. Vermillion, again, this is just about the end of what you could say is the downturn of their schedule. Again, couple maybe not easy games, but easier games than what they're used to playing. And then on Thursday and Saturday, now that the Hanson Classic games have been announced, they've got a pretty difficult schedule coming up. So I think a big topic of discussion here is going to be come in, take care of business, get out early, and try to rest the legs. 2 big games coming up for the rest of this week.
Yeah, if you look at their schedule on the way out here, they're going to play Lennox on the 16th. And then on the 18th, the 8-0, I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly, Mapialuta. Cole, giving me the head nod of approval. All right.
Pretty close.
On the 21st, they play the 5-1 Elk Point Jefferson Huskies, which we actually saw over at the Midwest Miracles Classic. And then after that, on the 25th, they play 5-0 Lyman. So it's going to be tough for Vermillion on the way out here, Cole. It's always interesting, you know, when you have to go through kind of a streak of lesser competition. I mean, Vermillion has seen, I believe, 2 running clocks back-to-back against the Yankton Gazelles and then also the Baltic Bulldogs in their last matchup. So another note for Vermillion, playing the Bulldogs back-to-back here, a couple of similar mascots. 70-35 was the score against Baltic, and 59-23 was the score against Yankton. They've been on fire the last 2 games. We'll start with the opening possession here. Roovers across the timeline. Jensen far wing. Hansen thought about the 3. Right side, pulls up, floater from the mid-range, no good. So Hansen starts 0 for 1 on the evening. Fiji across the line in a trap. Hansen and Roovers, and nearly forcing a turnover. Out of bounds, I believe, last touched off of Hansen. So Grace to inbound. And easy steal for Taylor Roovers. Coast to coast, finishes through contact. And the first 2 points of the game to Taylor Roovers off of a familiar-looking turnover for the Vermillion Tanagers defense, and now another one. Jensen driving in, underhand layup, draws the foul. Went with the right on the left side, working against Cambry Hunsley. Jensen shoots her first 2 of the game. First one falls just short. Cole, one of the things we've seen Tanagers do so well is force turnovers, and we see it here early, but a quick 30-second timeout for the Madison Bulldogs. We'll step aside here on Vermillion Tanagers Live.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Back in Madison, Brooke Jensen, second free throw on the way after the first foul committed from Cambry Hunsley of Madison. Jensen, second free throw, good. So Jensen goes 1 for 2 from the line to start things off for Vermillion off the turnover forced by Taylor Roovers. Madison able to get it across this time. Nearly another pick. And down low off the fingertips of Ingalls. And back-to-back turnovers forced by the Tanagers.
Yeah, just almost a little miscommunication there on that pass. Just didn't seem like either player was really on the same page. And like you said, that's now 3 turnovers early for the Madison Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, tall task here ahead of them, taking on the number 2 team in Class A. Jensen calling for it. John Brooks saying get it to her. They do. Jensen working inside, triple teamed, works through and gets the floater to go.
And this is one of those rare games you see on Vermillion's schedule where they actually have the size advantages. Casey Hansen with her second steal, as you know, the Tanagers just turning their defense into offense pretty quickly. But like I was saying, rare size advantage for the Tanagers. Would not be surprised at all to see that a very commonplace thing in this game.
I believe Taylor Roovers now has 3 steals, and this is, I believe, 4 or 5 turnovers in a row for Vermillion. Hansen with the quick shot, no good, and Wallen almost had a takeaway. And it is out of bounds off of Madison, last touched by Hunsley. So Vermillion wins the possession. 9-0 quickly with just 6:03 left in the first quarter.
According to my count, Roovers now 2 steals for her. Madison 6 turnovers.
6 turnovers out of, 7 possessions?
If that.
Jensen outside. Hansen tries the 3 off the front of the rim. Jensen fighting for the rebound, and it's grabbed by Hunsley. Madison looking to break this press, and they do. Ingalls ahead to the corner. Here's Rummel underneath, throws it right to Casey Hansen, and ahead for a running Taylor Roovers. And a nice trail block there from Tanya John. And headed the other way is Rummel. Back out, nice fake from Hunsley. Works inside, runs into Wallen. Back to the top of the key, now down low through the hands of Rummels. And out of bounds, Tanager basketball.
I think that was the best offensive possession we've seen from Madison a couple times, but again, they have the size disadvantage, so as soon as they got it inside, double team came and couldn't quite make anything out of it.
Halverson getting her first touch of the ball game. Now to Jensen. Inside the paint, outside Roovers, driving baseline, back to Jensen. 15 to shoot. Jensen, spin move, easy jumper inside, off the mark. Nice rebound from Ingalls. Outlet to John. Ahead, Malone. Malone working against Wallen draws a foul. Blocking foul called on Madigan Wallen. First of the game for Vermillion. First free throw off the mark from Malone. Malone averages 4 points a game, 4.9 rebounds a game. Kind of does it on both ends of the floor for Madison. Second one won't go. Going to need those free throws as this one starts to unfold. 4:35 left in the first quarter. Hansen, left hand, no good. Rebounded by John. Hunsley runs into the trap, gets it to John. Now down low, taken away in front of Malone by Hansen. Roovers, long three, got it. And Taylor Roovers, it's the last thing you want to see is her start to heat up from those deep WNBA threes. And a quick timeout from Maxine Unterbrunner. After that three, full timeout, back here in a minute on Vermillion Tanagers Live on Live Ticket TV.
Healthier crops and stronger yields count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
12-0 here in Madison. Bulldogs struggling on both ends of the floor. Name of the game has been turnovers so far forced by this Tanager defense. A better possession here for Madison. In the corner is Rummel. Poked away by Wallen, and she'll let it trail out off of her. And to inbound will be Ingles. Looking for Rummel. Instead, they get it in to Hunsley. To Rummels, over the head, and with 6 to shoot. Another turnover forced by Vermillion. More of an unforced turnover than anything else. 9th of the game for Madison.
Yeah, I don't know if you can really call that one forced by Vermillion. Maybe caused, but not forced.
The defensive presence was there. I guess that's enough. Hansen inside. Jensen through contact. Just can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed by Wallen, and we're going to get a held ball as she was tied up with Tania John. And possession arrow favors the Bulldogs. Amara Thomas and Lexi Hansen check in for Vermillion. Here's Malone, picks up the dribble, gets it to Rummel. Pacing with Hansen, outside John. Now 3-ball on the way. Thought it may have been a foot on the line from Malone. Offensive board, put back won't go. Rebounded by Roovers. 3 minutes left here in the first. Roovers drives in, left hand off the glass, too strong. Grabbed by Jensen. Finds Hansen. Over 2 defenders, no good. Grabbed by John. And Jensen now fighting for a steal. Tania stays with it. Across the half-court line. Over to Hunsley. Shot off the back iron. No good. Another board for Taylor Roovers. Ahead, Hansen quickly Hansen to Hansen. Lexi couldn't get the layup to go. John the other way now for the Bulldogs. High dribbles and loses control of it. And last touched by the Bulldogs. Yeah, maybe I just made up a new nickname for Casey Hansen. Canson? I think that's what came out of my mouth there as I was
I'm not sure. I'm not
pulling
exactly.
pulling a U-word fumble.
Hey, now. I mean, fair enough. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what you said.
Ruvers right-handed dribble over to Casey Hansen, in and out. Got it right that time. Rebound by Hunsley. Long three, back iron, no good. Grabbed by Malone, and the Bulldogs will get a second chance. Inside, Ingles can't get it to drop. Ruvers fighting for it. Another offensive board for the Bulldogs. Malone, nice move for the first 2 points for the Madison Bulldogs.
Yeah, that all stems off of a pretty solid offensive possession, a lot of ball movement, 2 offensive rebounds in the same possession as well. That'll always help your cause.
And right away we see 2 subs headed to the scorer's table for Vermillion. Wallen and Halverson will check in for Jensen and Hansen. And checking in for Madison is Lindsey King for Tania John. Inbound to Ruvers, 1:33 left in the first quarter. Lexi Hansen over to Maya Halverson. Ruvers, far wing. Ruvers through contact. Here's Thomas. Baseline jumper, just won't go. Rebound Hansen. That won't go either. Gets her own board. Outside, Thomas fighting for it. Ruvers comes away with it. Baseline drive for Taylor, up through contact, and a foul called. So a physical possession. Madison forcing Vermillion to work for it on the offensive end now. Ruvers shooting her first free throws. First one is good. And she reaches double figures with that. 10 out of the 13 points for Vermillion credited to the freshman. Second one good as well. Ruvers up to 11 now. Fiji over top to Malone. Underneath, nice ball movement from Madison, but the finish not there from Lindsey King. Loose ball grabbed by Wallen, ahead to Ruvers, fires down court to Lexi Hansen. Left-handed layup good, great transition find from Taylor Ruvers. And Lexi Hansen has her first 2 points of the game. 40 seconds left and a double dribble from Malone, knew it right away. Another one of those unforced errors for Madison. With 39.2 on the game clock. 16-2, Vermillion leads. Into Ruvers. About 4 seconds separate shot and game clock. Wallen inside. Thomas got it from the block. And just 20 seconds now, another steal for Vermillion. Wallen ahead to Ruvers. Being chased from behind, and a nice block. No, it's going to be called a foul. Late whistle. Blown by our official. And it sends Ruvers to the line. Foul is called on Grace Fige. So Ruvers stays perfect at the free throw line. $13 points now for Taylor Ruvers out of 24 Vermillion. Lindsey King picks up the dribble across half court to Fiji. And another double dribble called on Madison with 7.5 left to play. Into Ruvers across half court with 5 left. Right side. Still going, pull-up jumper for Taylor Ruvers, knocks it down. So the freshman Taylor Ruvers ends quarter number 1 with 15 points, propelling Vermillion to a 20-point lead here in the final seconds of quarter number 1. We'll step aside for a minute here on Live Ticket TV, Vermillion Tanagers Live.
Busy out there.
daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a check mark, all in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Well, it's unfolding about what the paper would indicate. 1-7 versus 7-1, and it's no surprise, 7-1 up 22-2 as we begin quarter number 2 and looking to increase as Casey Hansen knocks down her first 3-ball of the game for her first 3 points and extends the lead to 25-2 quickly. A turnover forced by Maya Halverson. Roovers across, being chased by Rummel. Kicks to Casey Hansen, off the mark. Halverson offensive rebound through contact, left-handed hook, no good. Wallen fights for it now. Out to Hansen, and Roovers controls up top. Halverson, far wing, Hansen near wing, and quickly inside, Wallen wasn't ready. But Roovers comes up with another steal and the and one bucket. $17 points now for Taylor Roovers and a chance to make it 18 and a 26-point ball game. Old-fashioned three-point play completed. 28-2 now, with 7 left in the half. John at the top of the key, poked away by Jensen. No, this was thrown straight away by Tania John. Thought maybe Jensen got a hand on it as that was sent into the bleachers. Roovers brings it across. Jensen up top to Halverson. Left-handed dribble inside. Back out to Jensen. Now trying for 3. Got it. Nothing but net for Brooke Jensen. Give her 6 on the night so far. Here's King to John off her hands. Grabbed by Wallen. And back to Jensen, who looks to come with a full head of steam. Can't get it to go. Gets her own board. And last touched by Madison. $29-point ball game. 6:13 in the half left. Fiji guarded by Roovers, 11 on 11. Over to Hunsley, now inside to Ingles. Back to Fiji, looking for somewhere to go with it. Malone fires for 3. Bank is not open. Stolen away by Roovers. Halverson lost the dribble. Inside, Jensen fighting through contact and draws the foul. Goes on Ella Malone. First free throw from Jensen is good. Second one rattles in. 33-2, we've eclipsed 30 points. Near wing with Kennedy Bryant getting her first touch of the ball game. Fiji trying to set up the offense. 18 on the shot clock inside. Now back to Bryant. Bryant's shot good. Welcome to the game, Kennedy Bryant. Knocks down 2 more points for Madison. And is now the only other scorer other than Ella Malone. Wallen with a nice move to create some space. Can't get it to go off the drive. But makes up for it. Pokes it away from Rummel. Ahead to Roovers. And Rummel runs right into Roovers. Knows she didn't mean to do that. Looks at the bench with a cringe on her face. Into Roovers. Wallen on the perimeter. Jensen working on Hunsley. Roovers back to Jensen. 1-on-1. Jensen from the block can't get it to go. Second one too strong, but there is a foul called on that second shot. It's going to go on Cambry Hunsley. It's going to be her third of the game. So Hunsley getting into foul trouble here. As Jensen's first free throw, high arcing and in. Jensen just one away from hitting double digits. Tanagers have shot the free throw ball very well tonight.
9 of 10.
There it is.
Classic announcer's jinx right there.
You just got to test it sometimes. I gotta test it on Vermillion while they have a 30-point lead and not when it's a close game. So 9 for 11. Stays Vermillion, and a quick takeaway from Casey Hansen. Going coast to coast with Fiji. Hansen's lay-in is good. 5th steal for Casey Hansen. And 5th point. On top of that, Unterbrunner going to call a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Back in a minute on Vermillion Tanagers Live on Live Ticket TV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Boost.
4:07 left in this first half of play. Vermillion still dominating, 36-4. Bulldogs with an offensive possession here. 12 to shoot, 3 ball. Misses the rim, but an offensive board from Tania John. Too strong off of her jumper. And finally a board grabbed by Halverson. May have been a foul there from John, but got away with one. Jensen across the timeline. Wallen. Back to Jensen. Inside Roovers and a quick outlet to Maya Halverson. 3 ball off the front of the rim. Last touched by Casey Hansen. I think Vermillion does very well as moves the ball quick when they're looking for a 3. Definitely a play drawn up in the timeout there by head coach John Brooks, but it's one we see even without timeouts. They know how to go to that quick-moving possession to draw up an open three-pointer. Another turnover for Madison. 3:20 left to play in the half. Halverson up top. Wallen. Roovers, Halverson thought about the three, works inside, back to Hansen, wide open three ball, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Tania John. Hansen not often going to miss those. Madison getting away with one, and a steal forced by Taylor Roovers, grabbed by Halverson. Roovers, nobody there, left-handed lay-in good. 20 points for Taylor Roovers here. 2:37 still remaining in the half. Tipped and intercepted by Madigan Wallen. Hansen ahead, Roovers once more, this time to Jensen on the left side. A little bit of flash from the Vermillion Tanagers, finding Brooke Jensen on the back door. 40-4, just like that. 2:13 remaining in the half. Inside, Ingalls underneath. Almost got the N1 to drop. But she'll head to the line. Foul called on Maya Halverson. First free throw good for Jaya Ingalls. And Jensen subs off. Mara Thomas checks in along with Lexi Hansen for Taylor Roovers. Two starters will get a break here before halftime, or potentially for the rest of the ballgame. Ingalls knocks down another one. Halverson over to Wallen. Inside, Lexi Hansen. Quickly to Amara Thomas. Thomas, turnaround jumper. Rattled a couple times. No good, and now body's hitting the floor as Madigan Wallen was tied up with Jay Ingalls.
Best part about you kind of getting tongue-tied, Spencer, is I can't even say anything about it because it happens to me about twice as often. But I also talk about twice as fast and about twice as much and just about twice as loud too. So I mean, maybe I got a little bit more of an excuse.
You know, I'm showing up like you a little bit on Thursday. I'm still getting used to. We're back in school over at USD. I'm still getting used to an 8 a.m. So that 7:25 for a college kid alarm comes very early in the morning.
Makes you feel any better. I usually don't even wake up by then, so.
Inbound, a little bit sketchy, but caught by Ingalls. Almost turned into points for Madison. Ahead to Wallen. Lost her dribble. Back out to Halverson. Halverson three-pointer. Got this one. Nothing but net from Maya Halverson. First 3 points of the game for her, and finally got that three they've been looking for. Approaching a minute left to play in the half. 43-6, your score. John throws it away, looking for Lindsey King. With 52, across comes Delaney Schmidt, who checked in for Vermillion. Halverson up top. Near wing to Callie Schultz. Inside Halverson. Back out. Schmidt trying to work around one. Halverson on the perimeter. Schultz inside Amara Thomas. Inside a 10 to shoot. 7 seconds and knocked away. Grabbed by Rummel. Rummel lost the dribble and kicks back out to Malone. Malone inside. Underneath, couldn't get it to go. Schmidt across half court with 8 seconds. Halverson. Thomas with 5. Launches off the back iron. That would have been electric, Cole. And with 1 second, the half will expire. All smiles for the Tanagers as they head into the halftime break. A 37-point lead. 43-6 your score in Madison on Vermillion Tanagers Live and Live Ticket TV.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out team apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Halftime here in Madison, 43-6 your score after one half of play. Cole, utter dominance from Vermillion in every single aspect of this game.
Yeah, and I think it's just, like we said in the pregame, it's one of those things where you want to come in, you want to take care of business, you want to leave, and so far, I mean, I think we've already seen three starters that will sit for good. I mean, they got checked out already early in the second quarter, so just got to take care of things, and you know that's what they're doing here in the first half.
Stats for the Madison Bulldogs, 6 points total. Kennedy Bryant with 2 points. Ella Malone with 2 points and a rebound. Lindsey King has a board. Jada Ingalls with 2 points, 5 rebounds. Again, Jada Ingalls, one of those who is cleaning the glass for Madison. And she's also got 1 assist. Grace Fiji has 1 block for the Bulldogs. Madison Rummel has 1 steal. Tania John, no points, but 5 boards for her. And 1 assist, 1 block, and 1 steal. So pretty solid stat line for Tania John. For the Vermillion Tanagers, leading all scoring is Taylor Roovers with 20 points total. Behind her, Brooke Jensen with 11. Those two we may not see at all in the second half. And behind them, Casey Hansen has 5, Maya Halverson has 3, and Alexis Hansen has 2. Rebound-wise, Madigan Wallen and Brooke Jensen share that stat category, leading with 3 apiece. Roovers has 2, Hansen has 2, Halverson has 2 as well. Roovers has 3 assists, along with Wallen, who also has 3 assists. And then Taylor Roovers with 5 steals and Casey Hansen with 5 steals. Wallen has 2, and Alexis Hansen and Maya Halverson both have 1 apiece. Cole, some scores from around the state of South Dakota.
Yeah, I can take care of that one for you, Spencer. First, we start, as always, you can see all these scores on the bottom of your screen thanks to SD Score Feed. Let's take a look at some AA scores. Number 1, O'Gorman leads number 2, Sioux Falls, Washington, 61-52. 3 minutes to go in that one. Receiving votes, Mitchell leads Huron, 44-37. 4 minutes to go in that ball game. Number 3, Brandon Valley leads Crofton of Nebraska, 40-28 at halftime. We move down to the Class A rankings. Mount Vernon Plankton leads Weston and Springs 21-23 just after halftime there. Freeman leads Parker 31-19 at the half. Receiving votes, Elk Point Jefferson leads receiving votes Wagner 34-21. End of the first half there. Winner over Bonham 40-24. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Lennox leads Western Christian of Iowa 27-16. That one is halftime there. Number 4, Dakota Valley leads West Central 46-27. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Sioux Valley with the lead over number 5, Hamlin at the half, 27-22. Number 1, Sioux Falls Christian leads Del Rapids 43-30. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and a good Arlington squad leads Dual 51-30. 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Number 1, Centerville down in Class B leads Scotland Menlo 38-8 at the half. ORR over James Valley Christian 25-22. Number 2, Parkston leads Canastota 54-15. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Viborg Hurley over Alcester Hudson 35-29. 7 minutes to go in the fourth. Avon over Freeman Academy Marion 40-19. 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter as well. Ethan leads Bridgewater Emory at the half 26-12. And Sanborn Central Woonsocket leads Kimball White Lake 56-17. In your halftime score here, 43-6 in favor of the Vermillion Tanagers as they come out of their halftime break. We're going to step aside one final time. When we come back, it is second half action from inside the Madison Central High School that is on the way next. You're watching Tanager basketball. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you
Welcome back to
keep growing. You have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow to grain processing expertise to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture.
Nice. Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy. Wow. Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads. I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Timeouts are more than just a break. They're an opportunity. At Blue Tin Design and Marketing, we help small-town businesses shine, just like your team on game day. From creative branding to digital marketing, we're here to support your community. Let's build something great together. Visit bluetindesign.com.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing, unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregates, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Second half action here in Madison. 43-6, your score after one half of play. It's been all Tanagers so far, but seeing a lot of unfamiliar faces for the Tanager crowd as far as bench players go.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press
Brooks,
Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletes.
Most of this second half is Vermillion prepares for a tough stretch of games upcoming in this back portion of their season. Inside, Amara Thomas blocked, no foul called on Tania John. It's John's first foul of the game, despite second. Check that. I was going to say, she's been pretty active underneath. But you know me, I am going to screw up a stat. There is no doubt about it. Amara Thomas, good from the free throw line, so I'm testing Nassar's jinx here. The streak of good free throw shooting for Vermillion continues. Hey, there we go, Cole. Take that one.
First time for everything, I guess.
45-6 after Thomas goes 2 for 2 from the line. Madison looking for a response. Inside John, nice dish underneath to Fiji on the cut. Back to John at the elbow. Jumper goes. So Tania John starts off with her first 2 points of the game, and Madison scores on their first possession of half number 2. And quickly a steal by Cambry Hunsley. Hunsley coast to coast on Schmidt, and one. Count the bucket. Delaney Schmidt picks up her first foul, and Cambry Hunsley picks up her first 2 points. Off the front of the rim, no good. By the way, we have hit running clock here in the second half, and it will stay that way unless this Tanager lead gets cut to 20 points or less. Underneath, Thomas can't get it to go. John with another board. Out to Fiji. Thought about the 3 to King. Hunsley. Fiji this time pulls it. Got it! Grace knocks down a big 3-pointer. And Madison showing some life here against the reserves of Vermillion. Schmidt corner to Lexi Hansen. Inside, Thomas has it poked away, but it's last touched by the Bulldogs. Izzy Richardson will inbound. And off the glass, no good for Sheila Hinseth. King for Madison. Inside, Ingalls. Reverse layup. Gets it to go. 4 points for Ingalls on the evening. And the lead cut to just 30. Hansen. Shot from Hinseth, no good. Rebound, Amara Thomas. Can't get it to go, too strong. And a jump ball forced by Lexis Hansen. So Richardson will inbound again. Into Hansen. Bouncing around on the floor. It's a fight for it. And it looks like Lindsey King is going to come away with it, and a foul is going to be called on Lexi Hansen. The first foul on Hansen. Hunsley down low to Ingalls. Ingalls into the paint, blocked by Thomas. Spun her way right into the towering Amara Thomas. Thomas now coming the other way, off the back iron. Rebounded by Fiji. Grace pushing the floor now. Works around Hinseth. Thought about the three. And it's taken by Hunsley, short. Rebounded by Fiji. Underneath, Ingalls works on the baseline. Hinseth almost had it. And now here's Richardson forcing a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Madison. 3:40 left to play in quarter number 3. Moving quickly with the running clock. King gets it in to Hunsley, all the way over to John. John working on Thomas. Near wing, now back inside. Corner, long two-pointer from Hunsley, good. Just a foot or two away from that counting as 3. But Hunsley finds her 4th point of the game. Thomas inside, misses. Out of bounds, last touched by Thomas. Ella Malone and Madison Rummel check back in for Madison. Rummel averages a team-leading 4.6 points per game, but has yet to put a point on the board tonight. Fiji patiently with 15 to shoot. Down low, John. ISO'd with Thomas. Jumper in the middle of the paint, and foul called on Amara. Thomas's first foul of the evening. Our running clock will stop for free throws.
Yeah, again, like you said, Spencer only stops for timeouts and free throws. And the rule goes out of effect once the lead is back down to less than 20.
First free throw good from Tania John. Second one on the way, count it as well. 4 points for John in the ballgame. Cross comes Delaney Schmidt. Hansen working left and turns it over right into the hands of Jaya Ingalls. Ingalls pushing the floor. Up top, pump fake, thought about the 3. Now it's John, long 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Richardson. Coast to coast here down the floor with Rummel. But gives to Lexi. Back up top, Schultz. And quick ball movement here from Vermillion. Schmidt inside. Underneath Hinseth. Has it taken away. And an outlet to Ella Malone. Malone pushing the floor. Richardson stays under the hoop. And Lexi Hansen fouls Ella Malone on the way up to the rim. Second foul on Alexis Hansen. First free throw good from Malone. Second one good as well. Schmidt back to Richardson. Richardson, left side, out of bounds, off of the fingertips of Madison Rummel. 1:08 left to play. Over the head of the inbounder. Hinseth couldn't handle it. Schmidt, Hansen, 15 to shoot. Hansen has it almost taken away, able to get her hand on it. 8 seconds left to shoot. Richardson for 3, just short. Rebounded by John. Quick outlet to Malone. Malone going for the Euro step. And that's saved as it looks. John able to handle it. Inside, Malone, left side. Rattles around, won't go. Outlet to Richardson. Off the board from Callie Schultz. And a full slate of subs here for the Madison Bulldogs with the time running out. 3 seconds left to get a shot off, and they will not. Cameron Dibdahl had the last chance at it, just a hair late. And the third quarter ends 45-21. Vermillion still healthily on top of the Madison Bulldogs here in Madison.
Core Cares.
Welcome back
helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dogs. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
8 minutes left here in Madison, 45-21. Vermillion still with the big lead. They are in danger of losing this running clock privilege. 24-point ball game. Shot from Hinseth, in and out. Out of bounds, though, last touched by Dibdahl. So Richardson will inbound. Gets it in through the hands of Hinseth. Recorrals it. Now wide open long jumper for Richardson. Just a hair short. By the way, those 5 subs that checked in for Madison. Number 1, Kennedy Bryant, who has seen the floor tonight. As that one just short, or just too strong from Klingbeil. Number 4, Cameron Dibdahl is in. And, of course, number 5, Mara Klingbeil. Number 10, Savannah Snow. And number 22, Aubrey Topkin. So pretty much a fresh 5 for the Madison Bulldogs. Checked in right before quarter number 3 expired. Again, running clock, so we will only stop for free throws and timeouts. Here's Klingbeil up top. Dibdahl, left corner with Bryant. Not a ton of movement here for Madison, but here's a cut inside. Snow, shot blocked. Rebounded by Schultz, outletted ahead to Izzy Richardson. Inside, Lexi Hansen, spin move, too strong. Rebounded by Schmidt, and Schmidt able to draw a foul. Foul goes down on Hinseth, her first. Nope, that's the wrong team. Topkin. First free throw for Schmidt, no good. Second one on the way with 6:06 remaining in the game. Too strong. Rebounded by Klingbeil. Pushing the floor against Izzy Richardson. Richardson swipes once. Dibdahl driving to the hoop. Tough angle off the side of the backboard. Trailed just a touch too far. Here's Hansen double team, just shy of half court. Gets it across between Dibdahl and Klingbeil. Now Hinseth pulls for 3. Can't connect. And Dibdahl comes up with it. Klingbeil. Snow near corner. Poked away, but a foul called on Delaney Smith. Second on her. 5:15 left. Mid-range from Dibdahl. No good. Rebound by Klingbeil. And nice pump fake from Dibdahl. Inside, shot blocked. Hansen comes up with it. Here's Schmidt inside. Schultz puts it on the ground, heads to the hoop. Callie Schultz, first 2 points of the game. And I believe is it the first 2 points of the half for Vermillion?
That is points 3 and 4
3 and 4
of the half.
So we had 2 more.
Amara Thomas went 2 for 2
Correct.
from the free throw line back in the third.
Correct. So 2 free throws for Amara Thomas. And then Vermillion finds their second 2 points of the half. Here with 4:15 left in the game. Of course, this is that second unit for Vermillion. They're holding their own here against the Madison Bulldogs. Smith near wing. Hansen in the corner. Drives baseline, tries to throw it off the legs of Topkin, but doesn't work out in her advantage. Klingbeil, Dibdahl. Looks inside for Bryant, but they'll pass down low to Topkin on the block. Working around Schultz. Can't get the first one to go. Almost had an offensive board. Out of bounds, last touched by Schultz. They'll inbound with 17 to shoot. Bryant into Klingbeil. Underneath, they'll try again. Topkin. No good. Outlet to Richardson. Now to Schmidt. Schmidt triple teamed here. Finds Hansen in the corner. Richardson. And they'll swing it around. Three-pointer on the way. Hinseth won't go. Snow finds Klingbeil, and they'll set up the offense with 2:52 remaining. And collision here between Schmidt and Kennedy Bryant. Everybody's okay. Good to see. Bryant gets it in. Three-pointer away from Klingbeil. Rattles around the rim, won't go. Rebounded by Dibdahl. Fresh shot clock outside again. Klingbeil won't go again. And board controlled by Schmidt. Now stolen away, but Schmidt gets it back. And a head taken away. Too soft of a pass from Hinseth. Topkin intercepted it. And the and one opportunity. Vermillion didn't like the call. But some excitement here for Madison late in the fourth. So they get Schmidt with the block, and it goes down as her fourth foul tonight. And one opportunity is not converted by Dibdahl. And now Vermillion will bring it the other way with less than 2 remaining. Hansen, three-pointer, Hinseth. No good. The rebound from Izzy Richardson. Hansen, Hinseth, Richardson, Schmidt. Schmidt to the lane. Won't go. Rebounded by Topkin. .120 left as Klingbeil sets up the Bulldog offense in the corner with Bryant. Inside, Snow, hook shot, too strong. An offensive board from Klingbeil. And this out of bounds, last touched by Madison. A minute left here in quarter number 4. Hansen ahead to Schultz. Shot no good. And saved into Lexi Hansen, and a foul going to be called. It's called on Topkin, her second. First free throw from Lexi Hansen, no good. Second one won't go either. Shot clock turned off, 25 left to play. Snow into the lane, jump shot, no good. Offensive rebound, lots of contact, but no foul called. Schmidt ahead to Izzy Richardson. Richardson going to go for the layup with 11 seconds left and is fouled. Foul once again goes on Topkin. And with 4.3, we'll shoot our final shots of the game. Izzy Richardson looking to pick up her first points of the game and converts the first one. Looking to add a second. And she does. Klingbeil fires for the last second shot. Had a chance, but just off the mark. And the Tanagers clinch it 49-23. Step aside for a brief moment here on Live Ticket TV. Just kidding, we're going to stay right here as we are going to roll right into the boys' game, I believe.
I believe that is the plan. You want some final stats here, Spencer Buley?
Let's do it.
I got all kinds of them for you. First for the Madison Bulldogs, 23 points. Their leading scorer was actually 4 different players. Ella Malone, Jaya Engels, Cambry Hunsley, and Tanea John, all with 4 points in the ball game. John had 7 rebounds to go with it. Engels had 6 rebounds to go with it for them. They shot 6 of 11 from the free throw line. They scored 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 15 points in that third quarter, and 2 in the fourth quarter for their total of 23 points. They will fall to 1-8 on their season, will the Madison Bulldogs. For the Vermillion Tanagers, again, the main rotation did not play at all in that second half. Leading scorer was Taylor Roovers, 20 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 steals for her. Brooke Jensen, 11 points and 3 rebounds. Casey Hansen, 5 points, 2 assists, and 5 steals. Amara Thomas, 4 points and 2 rebounds. Maya Halverson, 3 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. And Madigan Wallen with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals for her. In that second half, Izzy Richardson with a free throw and 2 rebounds. Callie Schultz with 2 points and 3 rebounds. Delaney Smith with a rebound and a steal for her. And Amara Thomas also had 2 free throws, 2 rebounds, and a block in that second half. For Vermillion, 22 in the first, 21 in the second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth for their total of 49. Again, they will go to 8-1 on the season, and they've got a tough stretch ahead for them. Lennox on Thursday, Pialuta on Saturday. That is all coming up. As we are now going to, unless Spencer Buley has any final comments.
Nope. All dominance from Vermillion. Hopefully we get a good game here out of the boys. Looking forward to it.
Like we talked about in the pregame show a little bit, is like we said, there's going to be a busy week coming up, a lot of tough games coming up as well. But you got to come in here, take care of business, and that's exactly what the Tanagers did.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Cole.
Well, I'm glad you like that. We're now going to step aside for a short break, and when we come back, it is Heath Nimke, and he caught up with head coach Jay Drake ahead of this second half of the doubleheader against the Madison Bulldogs. That's on the way in just 60 seconds. You're watching Tanager basketball on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
The best way to get through winter is to start planning for spring. And Grossenberg has new Honda walk-behind self-propelled mowers in stock. 3 models to choose from, residential up to commercial grade, starting at $900. Each mower features a powerful, reliable Honda GBC 200 engine, cruise control, and roto-stop technology that allows you to step away from the mower without stopping the engine. Get ready for spring with a new Honda mower from Grossenberg. Stop by one of our 9 locations today or go to grossenberg.com for more details.
Do you have a pest problem? Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
It's time for the boys pregame show here on Live Ticket TV and Vermillion Tanagers Live, your home for things all high school and college sports across the state of South Dakota. That is Live Ticket TV, live from Madison, South Dakota at the Madison High School main gym. Cole Larsch and Spencer Buley come back up here in just a little bit, but I'm Heath Nimke getting you set for the boys pregame show. As tonight, the Vermillion Tanagers come in 6-1 overall, taking on the 5-2 Madison Bulldogs. This has been an offensive team for the Vermillion Tanagers that is starting to trend in a downward direction when it comes to their offensive output, but that may not be a major concern at the moment for head coach Jay Drake, but this also begins a very busy stretch for his group as they have a lot of DAC-12 teams now on the schedule, including tonight. In fact, the next 4 games for the Vermillion boys are all DAC-12 teams and also some top teams when it comes to the DAC-12. I caught up with head coach Jay Drake yesterday to talk about the busy schedule and what he expects to see from this Madison team tonight. Here he is on our pregame show in his 17th season with the Vermillion Tanagers. It's head coach of the Vermillion Tanager boys basketball team, Jay Drake. Coach Jay Drake, getting ready for some more DAC-12 games coming up this week. It's going to be a very busy next kind of couple of weeks for your group, as you got their next 4 games are actually DAC-12 teams and also sprinkled in some Region 4A teams. But first up, it is the Madison Bulldogs. But before we talk about that, go back to the Baltic game. Maybe a little bit closer than you would want it to be, or at least on paper, it looked like you guys Baltic could hang with your group for the first half, but you guys pull away in the second half, maybe not so much from your group. Your takeaway against that game against the Bulldogs?
Yeah, we were finishing off obviously a very tough stretch with 4 games in 7 days, and they really have a nice club. They last year had a good group of seniors, and some of these guys that are starting this year were backing up for them, but I think they're kind of turning the corner as a program. And they're a team that they have no seniors this year. They started 5 juniors, and as they gain experience, they're going to be a dangerous team at the end of this season. And to have every back, they're probably going to be a top 10 team in Class A next year. So they present some matchup problems just from the size. They got 6'9", 6'6" inside. Can defending you, whether it's man or zone, they can protect the paint. And then, the Erickson kid and Runestad kid on the perimeter did a nice job and scored points. And, it was nice to get back in our gym. But, again, anytime you're playing 4 games in 7 days, and we had a really nice stretch, and you're trying to gain confidence from that. But, we just weren't able to ever put them away. I think we led by 11 at halftime, and we finally pushed it to like 17-18 in the late third quarter. But give them credit, they actually got it down to like 6 points midway through the fourth, making a run at us, and obviously we were able to hold them off in the end. So weren't able to put a team away, and yet to get a 12-point win and to finish off the stretch we had, and it was good for our group. And now the big key has been kind of the last 4 days, last Friday and through the weekend, and on Monday we just kind of try to get our bodies back from that stretch. And kind of like you said, it's a huge week coming up for us with 2 huge DAC 12 games, and it starts with Madison, but obviously every night you're going out there and you're battling for region seeding as well.
Speaking of region seeding and what is all going on so far, we look at still even a 6-1 start for your group. It's crazy to think about that between Sioux Falls Christian, Dakota Valley, Lennox, and Vermillion, out of all those 4 teams, only 2 losses. Dakota Valley, Sioux Falls Christian are still undefeated. Both you and Lennox are 6-1. Before we talk about what's getting ready for the Madison Bulldogs, we are also officially 30 days into the opening game of the season to this moment right now. So you are 6-1, Coach. What's your assessment? What's your takeaway? Are you at least in the right spot that you need to be if you want to make a push at a good spot in the region come post-season time?
Yeah, I think obviously the start, it puts so much pressure on you for me. Every game in, night in, night out, because they are huge. And I think any team is probably, you always want to be playing your best basketball at the end of the season when the region tournament comes around. But this year, probably more than any other year, when you have a team like Sioux Falls Christian that gets moved into your region, you're trying to get yourself on the opposite side of the bracket to give yourself kind of a fighting chance. Not that you can't go knock them off or something, but crazier things have happened. But it's just a huge. We don't get caught up in rankings all that much, and yet if you just look from a media standpoint, I think obviously Christian, DV, and Lennox and us. That's 4 teams that if you look at the top 5 and then the teams receiving votes of the 8-9 teams that are in those polls, you got 4 of them that are in one region. And that's a huge deal, and we've kind of dealt with it in the past. Obviously, Christian wasn't in ours, but with T, we've always felt kind of year in, year out, there's usually 4 or 5 teams in our region that are state tournament caliber teams, and only 2 are even going to advance to the SODAC 16. And that's kind of where we're at again this year. A similar situation. But when you have a monster like Christian sitting there, it's huge in a game like Madison. Just like anything, is you're kind of just trying to hold serve and try to go get a victory and hopefully help you out PowerPoint wise, and you kind of move on from there. But it's a huge stretch and going to be a very tough one against them.
Get ready to take on the Madison Bulldogs. First team that comes in 5-2 overall. So on paper, they say, all right, it could be a good Madison Bulldog basketball team. They picked up maybe a nice win against Elk Point Jefferson as the season opener. They've also beat Tri-Valley, a common opponent, but not by as much as you did against the Mustangs, but have also lost against Lennox by a lot. Otherwise, their schedule isn't super competitive yet, let's put it that way. So what can you tell us about the Madison Bulldogs? Are they a for real team, or are they a team that are still coming into their own?
Yeah, I think the Lennox game is a little misleading. You sometimes just have nights like that. You don't want to have them very often and stuff, but I think the game just got away in a hurry, and Lennox is kind of hitting everything. Madison struggled from the field. And, anytime before Christmas, you just don't know what's going to happen. And, with them, with Coach White this year, obviously he's been with their program as an assistant. He kind of finished out the second half of last year, kind of in an interim standpoint, but now has kind of taken over the program. And I think even though he was with them before, anytime you're now officially in that head coaching role and trying to kind of develop your own culture and system and philosophy that he wants to run, I think that also takes time. From a program standpoint with the kids and So, their two losses, the Lennox one got away from them, and then Castlewood might be the Class B favorite, and then Viborg Hurley. And they were competitive and had a chance late, and I think Castlewood kind of stretched it out to double digits to end the game. But they present a lot of problems matchup-wise. And the one senior, Brooks, who's been playing since 8th grade and starting since his freshman year, and at 6'8", 6'9", can go inside, outside, can shoot a three, pull up off the dribble, and he's a tough matchup for us. But then they have four good juniors that are good athletes, Beanhoff, Crabtree, Cummings, and the Schneider kid. And they're all good athletes. They can shoot a three. They'll look to push in transition. They're going to kind of fly around defensively all over the place and use those guys' athleticism. And then they bring in two nice young kids off the bench, two freshmen, a younger Beanhoff kid and then the 6'7" Nielsen kid. And those two are going to be really good basketball players. And you can just see even through their first 7 games the confidence that they're gaining. And they're playing much better as the season goes on. And again, from the matchup, they'll play Nielsen at 6'7" and Brooks at 6'9" together at times too. So that presents some problems on both ends of the floor as well. So, like anything, in recent years, they've really shot the three well against us, and they're capable of doing that again. And we're going to have to guard them, and it's going to be a huge test. And one thing we know, and it should be this way every night, though, in reality, is we're going to have to play well. And if we play well, we'll have a chance late in the game. And if we don't, we could be in for a very long night.
Coach, before I let you go, want to continue to talk about your offense. Going back to the beginning of this season, you talked about the potential of this offense being one of the best perimeter shooter team that you've ever seen. We've seen twice that your group has put up 80-plus points against Sioux Falls Lutheran and against Tri-Valley, but you go back to that Tri-Valley game where you put up 84 points. From there, Pine Ridge 65, Yankton 49, Baltic 59, so it seems like right now this is actually trending downward when it comes to this offense. Are you worried, or do you think this is just kind of falling more into the way your philosophy is as a coaching, and as long as we're winning, it doesn't matter how much we score?
Yeah, I think each night's a little different. We really shot and it always helps when you shoot the ball well. The Tri-Valley and Pine Ridge games, we shot really, really well. I think we made 10 and 12 threes in those games, but more importantly, we shot them at a high percentage. We still hit 8 threes in both the Yankton and Baltic games last week, but the difference was we didn't shoot them we shot in the low 30s percentage-wise. Some of that, though, too, is that both those games were the style of the game became more of a half-court, grinded-out game, and, we'd like to get up and down a little bit, but there's nights, and it's like we've told our team, is good teams find ways to win games in different styles, and you've got to be able to do that because it's not always going to look the exact same. And I think that's been a big thing we've taken as a program. Just our last 4 games, Tri-Valley and Pine Ridge probably looked a certain way, up and down and knocking shots down. But for our guys to then kind of find themselves in a half-court, grinded-out game in both Yankton and Baltic and to find ways to win. And the other side of it is you got to defend too, and our last 3 games now, Pine Ridge 45 points, Yankton 47 points, and then Baltic the other night 47 points. We can never guarantee how we're going to shoot it from the field, but if we can defend like that each night, we know we'll at least have a chance in basketball games.
Once again, that is head coach Jay Drake of the Vermillion Tanagers talking about his group and getting the offense clicking and also getting ready for this matchup against the Madison Bulldogs. Again, this is a crucial stretch for the Vermillion Tanagers as the next 4 games are either Region 4A opponents or DAC 12 teams, which means this is a very difficult stretch. We're about to find out exactly how good this Vermillion boys basketball team truly is. I know head coach Jay Drake would agree with that. Well, to find out more how good they are and to get ready for the Madison Bulldogs, let's send it back over to Spencer Buley and Cole Larsch, who have the coverage for your game tonight, live from Madison.
Welcome back to the...
Well, there he was on the pregame show. That was head coach of the Vermillion Tanager boys, Jay Drake, along with Mr. Heath Nimke. We are back inside warm Madison High School. Again, the degrees are dropping outside, but it is still very warm here inside the high school of the Madison Bulldogs, Madison Central High School, Madison, South Dakota. Second half of our doubleheader between the Tanagers and the Bulldogs. Let's get you our starting lineups First in the ball game for the Vermillion Tanager boys. Again, it is the same starting five that we have seen for the entire season. A 6-foot senior guard, number 12, Landon Cerny. A 6'3 senior guard, number 24, Carter Hansen. A 6'5 sophomore forward, number 30, Luke Jensen. A 6'1 junior guard, number 32, Gabe Larson. And a 6'4 junior guard, number 33, Trey Hansen. John Roovers, Louis Budmeyer, and Connor Rohrig are the assistant coaches. Again, the head coach is Jay Drake. They come into this ball game 6-1 on their season. Starting lineup for the Madison Bulldogs in their home whites on the left bench. Again, they're just announcing the junior Bulldogs. All four of them there just got announced by our public address announcer. And now it's the starting lineup for the Madison Bulldogs. At forward, a 6'3 junior and a captain, number 1, Miles Snyder. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 2, Brody Cummins. At guard, a 6'2 junior, number 3, Kason Crabtree. At guard, a 5'11 junior, number 4, and a captain, Shane Vienoff. And a 6'9 senior forward and a captain, number 21, Ben Brooks. The assistant coaches, Jarrett Yonke, Preston Nording, Dan Hall, and Chris Moore. The head coach of the Bulldogs is Chad White. Again, Chad White, a name synonymous with Madison Bulldog basketball, leading scorer, and led them to a state championship in 09. Played at SDSU from 09 to 13, went to Pipestone, Minnesota for teaching and coaching there, and now is back here at Madison High School.
Tell you what, Cole, not a lot of programs in the country can say they have a coach like that. It's an incredible blessing for this Madison squad, especially to have an alum back here who played at the level that he did to coach him. So a lot of trust in that guy, and he is running a solid program over here at Madison.
Darren Vandenberg will tip the ball off, and it is won by Ben Brooks and the Madison Bulldogs. Again, in your home whites, going left to right on your screen as we see here on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Cole Larsch alongside me, Spencer Buley, Darren Vandenberg, Gary White, and Chris Janish, your three Zebras here tonight. Miles Schneider, a quick three from the right wing. That one's off the mark. No, and it goes over the backboard. So one shot, one empty possession for the Madison Bulldogs. Just 18 seconds into the ball game here. Soft man pressure being applied. Ben Brooks will guard Trey Hansen as he brings it up the floor. Again, Trey still the leading scorer on the season for the Vermillion Tanagers. Gets to his brother Carter at the elbow. Hand off Cerny, back to Trey on the right side. Trey kicks out, and they're going to swing it around. Jensen for three is off the mark, no. Rebound tapped around, and Mr. Vandenberg says last touched by the Madison Bulldogs. So possession will stay with Vermillion. Fresh shot clock as well for them.
A great closeout there by Miles Schneider. That's a shot that Brooke Jensen likes, that corner three. So Schneider able to get a hand in the face and force that one to be off the mark, but Vermillion with a second chance here.
Hansen spins through a double team, no good. Crabtree with the rebound, not a very high percentage shot for him. Madison comes in 5-2 on their season, 61 points a game. They allow 55. Vermillion Tanagers again come in 6-1, 67 points a game. They allow 46.5. Schneider inside, guarded by Cerny, off the glass, and good for two for Miles Schneider. And they take the quick lead 2-0. Again, crowd has filled in here, as well as a pretty extensive student section there on that left side of your screen here inside Madison Central High School.
Yeah, they were letting Vermillion know that they were here in the pregame. They were all over these Tanagers during the warm-ups. If there was a missed shot, man, that student section was going to let them know.
A couple air ball chants in there as well. Larson, his three ball is off the mark and no good, and Schneider with a big defensive rebound. So 2-0, 1.5 gone here in the first quarter. Brooks has it, tipped around and stolen away. Larson comes up with it. He crosses the timeline now left wing. Back out to Trey. He'll take the 30-footer off the mark and no, but a good defensive rebound that time, offensive rebound that time by Cerny. Kicks out, Jensen for three, got it to go. On to the offensive rebound and assist by Landon Cerny. 2 minutes gone, 3-2 your score here in quarter number one.
Yeah, early, we're seeing what the Tanagers have lived and died by in this early half of the season. It's three ball after three ball.
Shane Vienoff, his three ball is off the mark, no. Rebound tapped around, and that time Larson tried saving it, but his foot was out of bounds right in front of the Vermillion bench. So far, neither team has subbed. 5:44 to go in the first quarter. Thanks for tuning in Vermillion Tanagers Live and Live Ticket TV. Schneider has it on the right side, guarded by Larson. They're going to swing it around. Cummins on that left wing, looking for somebody to throw it to. Now to Schneider. He'll start to drive middle, kicks out Vienoff. Vienoff has it back to Schneider. 20 on the shot clock for the Bulldogs, so no rush. Brooks, he'll pull up for three. That one's going to miss strong, no good. Rebound tapped around. Trey Hansen with a defensive rebound. Long pass up ahead. Gabe Larson caught it and saved it. Out to Jensen. He'll pull up from 14. That one's off the mark. No. Offensive rebound by Carter Hansen, and he'll dribble it back out to the right wing. Trying to reset the offense. 5-out look for the Tanagers. Man defense by the Bulldogs. Long three right side. Off the mark. No by Carter Hansen. Madison student section letting him know. Schneider with the defensive rebound. Quickly up ahead. Skip pass galore. Crabtree right side. Three ball off the back rim. No. Vienoff with the offensive rebound. Put back. That one won't fall either. And Cerny with the rebound. Fast-moving first quarter, 4:45 to go in the first, and now a reach-in foul on Ben Brooks as Trey Hansen attempted to drive, and Brooks kind of reached around him.
Yeah, a little bit surprised that, obviously Ben Brooks at 6'9". I'm surprised that we're seeing so many threes taken by Madison. I mean, it's no surprise for Vermillion, but the way this thing's going to play out, it's going to be whoever falls on the right side of the percentages from behind the arc.
We're going to see a lot of shots up and fast-paced action was my scouting report on this one. Trey Hansen kicks over to Carter left side. 25 on the shot clock. They can slow down. Pass inside, stolen away. Vienoff has it. He lost it for a moment, then got it back. Now a kick out. Brooks, right wing three. Got it. Ben Brooks. Brooks, again, a long-standing name in the Madison Bulldogs side of things. Football and basketball. Standing there 6'9" and a forward. And also a senior this season. He's got the Bulldogs to a lead 5-3.
There's not many 6'9" men in basketball at all that can shoot the three ball like that. So we'll see if that continues from Ben Brooks.
Jensen left the floater short, tipped around, and rebound controlled by Miles Schneider. As the girls basketball team sits in front of us, they've got some Dairy Queen. I'm kind of wondering where mine's at here, Spencer. Maybe we should have you run over to Dairy Queen between games.
Maybe at our halftime interview we can ask him to go grab us one.
Three ball off the mark by Crabtree. Defensive rebound by Carter Hansen. Jay Drake will take his patented timeout out at the free throw line. 30 seconds in length. We'll step aside and take it with him back to Madison High School in 30 seconds.
Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back to Madison High School, Madison, South Dakota. Low-scoring defensive affair, but very fast-paced early in the first quarter. It is 5-3. The Bulldogs lead the Tanagers in the second half of our DAC 12 doubleheader. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm Cole Larsch. Alongside me, Spencer Buley. Spencer had you for game one. Don't worry. I was there as well, and I've got you covered for the second half of our doubleheader. Tanagers start with possession. Carter Hansen, a wild throw to Trey. He'll drive it up on her lay-in. No, and an offensive foul going to be called on Trey Hansen. Again, Hansen just gets a little bit out of control underneath, and he is still slow to get up, and now he will unassisted get up and kind of limp it off. That's the first personal foul on Trey Hansen and the first team foul. First sub in the ball game for the Vermillion Tanagers, actually on either squad. Spencer Blanchette, the 5'9" sophomore guard, checks in the game, and Gabe Larson goes out.
Yeah, and you know Trey, I mean, he's going to attack the rim. I mean, he's not necessarily going to get a lot of charges called against him, but he is going to initiate that contact at the rim, so it'll make him a little bit more prone to get a charge, but that was just a really, really great defensive play, and probably something they saw scouting this Vermillion team as well, is that Hansen's going to attack.
Vienoff, top of the key, 3, no. Rebound rattles around, and long ways out of bounds up to about the 5th row. Again, good-sized gym here in Madison. That's always one thing you see is they always host yearly the DAC 12 NEC Clash, both here in the auditorium. Also now hosting a classic of their own, which I believe was last weekend, if I remember correctly. 9 games both here and in the auditorium. So very nice facilities here in Madison, South Dakota. 5-3 is the lead for the Bulldogs. Our first sub's going to come in for Madison out of the break. 3 ball was off the mark for Jensen. Blanchette got the rebound. Bounce pass inside. Jensen off the glass and good for 2. Luke Jensen, all 5 points for the Tanagers. He ties things up 5-5, 2:28 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, we talk about on this Vermillion offense the way the hot hand kind of rotates around, and in the last couple of matchups we haven't necessarily seen it be established with anybody as in multiple games in a row of great shooting performances, but Jensen had it to start the season. He's always one that can score a lot here.
Leadoff missed shot. Rebound was controlled by the Tanagers. Quickly up ahead. Blanchette off the glass and good for 2. Tanagers take back the lead 7-5. 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Left wing Crabtree. Brooks, they're looking inside to Schneider. He spins, guarded by Blanchette. A little bit of a size mismatch there. And a shot goes in for Miles Schneider. 4th point for him now in the ball game, and we're tied back up 7 apiece, 100 seconds to go in the first.
Yeah, somebody's got to be able to help Blanchette down low. He cannot be ISO'd on the block.
Trey Hansen, slow pass, Cummins stolen away, but his up and under lay-in blocked away by Blanchette so quickly. Very active in the stat book. 2 points, an assist, and a block for Spencer Blanchette.
Yeah, and that right there, that's the type of player that Spencer Blanchette is. That's why, he started this season playing on the JV squad. Now he's seeing consistent minutes. I mean, he's one of the first men off the bench for this Vermillion team. He makes a mistake earlier on. Well, not necessarily a mistake, but he gets outplayed on the block, but comes right back and makes up for it. Great transition defensive stop by Blanchette there and a hustle play.
First sub in the ball game for the Bulldogs, 5'7" sophomore guard, number 32, Ethan Sims. Shot up and no for the Bulldogs. Rebound controlled by Carter Hansen, his 3rd. 80 seconds to go, 70. If I could count, that'd be great. Left to go here in the first quarter. Blanchette has it. Jab step 3 ball. Got it. What a move there by Spencer Blanchette. He's now tied for the leading scorer. He's got 5. 10-7 is the Tanager lead. Quickly the Bulldogs come up ahead. 3 ball the other side. That one's good by Brody Cummins. First 3 points of the ball game for him. And we're all tied up at 10 with 45 seconds to go.
It's what we expected, Cole. I mean, a little bit surprised it's not higher scoring right now, but this is the type of game we expected.
Jensen left wing 3. That one's off the mark and no good. Sims, the shortest guy out there with the defensive rebound. Kicks it up ahead, Schneider. Euro step inside and the fancy move, whatever you want to call that. Can't think of it right now. No good. Blanchette inside. Offensive foul going to be called. Good job taking the charge that time by Ethan Sims. 5'7" on 5'9". He stood in there, took the contact. First personal on Blanchette, and now the second team foul on the Tanagers.
That's not a bad foul at all by Blanchette right there. I mean, he's a smaller guy on the smaller end. If I'm Spencer Blanchette, I'm going to probably lower my shoulder and try and use all the size that I have. But as we see it right now, these officials are going to call the charge. Not everybody does it. A lot of officials we see would call a couple of these blocks. But they're going to call the charge tonight. It's something to note on both teams.
Number 23, Nolan Nielsen, the 6'7" freshman forward. Number 24, Henry Vienoff, the 6'3" freshman guard, check in for the first time for the Bulldogs out of that break. Shane Vienoff, he drives in. That one's blocked away partially. Now the Tanagers have it with 6. With 5, Trey Hansen. He'll hand off to Carter. Pump fake and drive. Kicks out Cerny. Buzzer 3. Got it at the left wing. Buzzer beater for Landon Cerny. They take the 3-point lead, and that is how the first quarter will end. 13-10 your score inside of Madison Central High School. We're going to step aside. Back to Madison in 60 seconds.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no-obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back inside Madison Central High School here in Madison, South Dakota. Again, host of the yearly DAC-12 NEC Clash. This is just a regular DAC-12 doubleheader between the Tanagers and the Bulldogs. And out of the first quarter break, the Tanagers with the 13-10 lead. As Trey Hansen starts with the possession, dribbles it off his foot, stolen away by Kason Crabtree. Brooks looks inside quickly, Nielsen. And a little wraparound foul going to be called on the Tanagers. Again, thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers Live. Live Ticket TV. I'm Cole Larsch alongside me, Spencer Buley. He had you for the first one. I've got you for this second half of our doubleheader. Just 12 seconds gone. Both teams with a quick turnover. Trey Hansen, he'll go coast to coast. Underhand lay on the left side, no. And Hansen is fouled, and we'll see our first free throws of the ball game. I believe that foul is going to go on Henry Vienoff, and yes, it is. His first personal, first team foul of the quarter. So we've played 19 minutes. 19 seconds. We've got 2 fouls and 2 turnovers. First free throw for Trey, up and good. 80% free throw shooter on the season is Trey Hansen. 1 for 1 tonight, make that 2 for 2. First 2 points, the ball game as well for Trey. 15-10 lead. He gets the steal up ahead. Carter. 2-hand lay-in is good for Carter Hansen. 7-point lead now for the Tanagers as they switched up their defense. 2-2-1, three-quarter court zone trap for the Tanagers. Lob pass stolen away by Gabe Larson. Whatever Tanagers are doing out of that quarter break, it's working very effectively. Carter Hansen, long pass inside, lay-in is good by Luke Jensen, and now a timeout going to be called by head coach Chad White. 60-second timeout. We're going to step aside back to Madison High School in 60 seconds.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Madison High School. 6-0 run to open up the quarter for the Vermillion Tanagers. They've got the lead 19-10. 7:02 to play here in quarter number 2. They've got it in their home whites. They're going left to right on your screen. Henry Vienoff tries doing a little Euro step of his own, blocked away by Carter Hansen. 2-on-2 break up ahead. Lay in, blocking foul called. The bucket goes for Carter Hansen, so count the bucket and the foul for the senior. Miles Schneider with the blocking foul. I'm going to say he wasn't quite set. 4th point now for Carter Hansen. Again, all in this second quarter. Free throw, in and out, no good. And now we're going to get a rebounding foul going to be called on Gabe Larson, trying to reach over the top. And that's now his first personal and the second team foul. Or no, they're going to call it on Jensen, his second. So I got 30 and 32 mixed around. So Jensen with his second, he will sit. In comes number 35, Carson Preister, the 6'4" senior forward. 21-10, 6:49 to go in this second quarter. Bulldogs break the full court pressure. Vienoff to a cutting Schneider. Offensive foul called on the Madison Bulldogs, and Miles Schneider going to be his second personal. Good job there by the senior Landon Cerny stepping in there and taking that one.
Yeah, it's a story of offensive fouls. I mean, we had a block last possession, but like I said earlier, I mean, they're going to call it. So both of these teams have to know that if you're driving to the basket, you cannot go up looking for contact and initiate that contact. In a way, you're going to have to let it come to you and just be really strong with the ball.
It's an 11-point lead. Tanager's back with possession now. A reaching foul going to be called out front. Going to go on Shane Vienoff, first personal. The fourth team foul already on the Madison Bulldogs here in quarter number 2. So next one in the next 6:27, and we'll be shooting free throws. Will the Vermillion Tanagers. Hansen fakes a handoff. He'll try driving on Ben Brooks. Now he'll back it back out. Larson has it. Hands off to Trey. Trey looking around. He'll try driving middle through contact. Sets, spins, tries passing underneath to Carter. Stolen away by Ben Brooks and picked up by Henry Vienoff. Vienoff will bring it across, and now a steal on the other end. Carter Hansen with his first, and he lost it from behind. Picked up by Nolan Nielsen.
Yeah, starting to see this get a little bit sloppy, Cole. We're starting to see a little bit too many turnovers for the way that this game started. I mean, we've seen Vermillion take advantage of it, but at some point, Madison's going to have to start taking care of the ball a little bit more on the offensive end. I know Vermillion's pressing, but both teams really at this point need to start taking care of the ball a little bit more.
Brooks, left wing three, got it to go. 6 points for the 6'9" forward, all from beyond the arc. And it's 21-12, and now we're going to get a late whistle and a shooting foul going to be called. As the shot was partially blocked, Gabe Larson went up. And they're going to say the foul goes on Miles Schneider. Third personal foul for him all in this quarter. So Gabe Larson will go to the free throw line and shoot a trio of free throws.
Yeah, and Schneider's not a guy you want in foul trouble. I mean, he's made some plays early on in this game. He's shown abilities from both underneath and from beyond the arc. He's at least very active on the starting role. Not a guy you want to see get into foul trouble here early.
Second one up and good as well, so now our subs will come in. It'll be Brody Cummins and Kason Crabtree. The subs that are in, so 2 starters back in for Madison. They're gone. They've been doing an 8-man rotation so far this game. Jay Drake with his classic 7, and 3 for 3 from the free throw line was Gabe Larson. 3 points for him, 24-13 your score. The Tanagers lead by 11, 5:24 to go in the second quarter. Crabtree tries passes over to Cummins. Stolen away, Trey Hansen. Left-handed lay-in off the glass, and good for 2 for Trey. 4 points for him all in this second quarter. Back up to a 13-point ball game, 26-13. Brooks off the dribble, pull up from the left side. 3 ball off the mark. It goes over the top of the backboard, and that is out of bounds. Possession back to the Vermillion Tanagers. Henry Vienoff, the 6'3" freshman guard, checks back in for the Madison Bulldogs. 5 minutes to play in this second quarter. Thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. I'm Cole Larsch, alongside me, Spencer Buley. Trey Hansen has it for the Tanagers in the corner. Larson now back to Trey. Skip pass to Cerny. Left corner 3 for him. Going to be just short, no good. Fight for the rebound. Larson's got it, and a Bulldog as well. Larson and Shane Vienoff tie it up. Jump ball possession will go to the Madison Bulldogs.
Vermillion with a big lead here, Cole. I mean, they're up 13, but I don't know about you. The way this game feels, it's just kind of waiting for Madison to get back in it. I feel like at some point they're going to put together a run of their own. They're a good enough team that they're not just going to roll over to this 13-point lead that Vermillion has.
4.5 to play. Crabtree swings it over all the way to the corner to Brooks, right side. Brooks, pass to a cutting Vienoff. Lay in, off the glass, no. Good defense there by Trey Hansen. Keep it clean. He'll stay away from his second foul.
Yeah, and it just feels like shots like that are going to start falling at some point.
3 ball. Larson, top of the key. That's off the mark and no. Rebound is controlled by Kason Crabtree. Quickly up ahead the other way. Pass trying to get inside to Ben Brooks. It's stolen away by Carter Hansen. Second steal in the ball game for him. Again, Tanagers still doubled up the Bulldogs. 26-13. Cerny drives baseline left. Hansen to Hansen, right corner 3. That's Trey. That's going to be too strong and no. Rebound controlled by Henry Veenhoff of the Bulldogs. Both teams gone cold a little bit here in the second quarter. Coast-to-coast lay-in good. Brody Cummins through contact. 5 points for him now in the ball game. It is 26-15, an 11-point game, 3.5 to play in the second quarter. Trey Hansen, Preister right side. Larson top of the key, over back to Cerny. He'll drive middle, kick out to Carter. 15 on the shot clock for the Tanagers. Inside Preister, guarded by Crabtree. Couple dribbles, spins, blocked away by Crabtree. Picked up by Veenhoff. Veenhoff slows it down now to Brooks, right side. Brooks kicks over Crabtree. Now in the corner, Cummins. Cummins looks around, back to Shane Veenhoff. Now over to Henry. On that right side, he'll get the screen from Ben Brooks. 18 on the shot clock for the Bulldogs. Driving baseline, now kick back out. Left corner 3 is off the mark for Crabtree. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Landon Cerny. Now 4 rebounds for him. Tanagers want to push the pace up ahead to Carson Preister. He is fouled, and Preister will go to the free throw line. Shoot 2 free throws. Henry Veenhoff, second personal, 6th team foul of the quarter. So free throws no matter what, but Preister will go to the line. First free throw up and off back iron, no good. And the Madison faithful there in the student section, they're loving that one. Ben Brooks comes off and Nolan Nielsen comes back in for the Bulldogs. Second free throw for Preister is up. That one's good. First points the ball game for him. Jensen checks in. Preister comes off out of that free throw. 27-15. 2:41 to go in the second quarter. Shane Veenhoff dribbles across the timeline. Pass over left side, Brody Cummins. Cummins surveys. Now out Henry Veenhoff, right wing 3 off the mark, no good. Thought that one hit the support, but the offensive rebound is controlled by Crabtree. Left side, Shane Veenhoff. He'll pump fake a couple times. Now jab and drive baseline. Step back, 16-footer from the left side. That one's off the mark and no. Big defensive rebound controlled by Trey Hansen, his third. Trey crosses the midcourt stripe himself. Hands off Larson. Larson, Carter, Hansen, Cerny left side. Now to Jensen, left wing 3. Got it to go. Luke Jensen, first Tanager in double figures. He's got 10 points in the ball game. It is now a 15-point ball game, 30-15. Stolen away and saved. That's Larson. Up ahead, Carter Hansen. Blocked away from behind by Nolan Nielsen. First block for him. Carter Hansen trying to plead his case with Chris Janish. Jay Drake trying to plead his case as well. Now there's a lot of contact, but no whistle. 100 seconds to play here in the first half. Planchette back in there. Carter Hansen, he'll drive middle through contact. Whistle called. Count the bucket and the foul for Carter Hansen. Didn't get it the first time, got it that time.
Well, I tell you what, Cole, there is I don't think there's a better way to respond to a student section than by a play like that. I mean, Hansen was getting an earful down there after that block, of course, and he just took it like a man, tried to plead his case, walked back to the line, and made a great play on offense. That's textbook comeback right there.
Free throw missed short, so the student section get back on him again. And now a reach-in foul going to be called on Carter Hansen, trying to get a quick steal. First personal and the third team foul. So again, yeah, like I said, just the third team foul on Vermillion. Bulldogs have 7, so we're shooting free throws no matter what. Again, the threshold for free throws is just 5. Crabtree looks around, surveys, now back to him in the corner. They're trying to get it inside to Henry Veenhoff, and nothing going. Cummins to Brooks, left corner. He'll drive baseline. Spins, 8-footer, rattles in and out, no. Offensive rebound controlled by Nolan Nielsen. He'll put it back up. That one's no good. Cerny with the rebound, and now Nolan Nielsen with the two-handed shove of Spencer Blanchette, and The young man will go to the free throw line, shoot 2. It's going to go on. Nielsen, first personal. 8th team foul. Blanchett at the free throw line. 75% free throw shooter on the season. This is the 10th free throw taken here in the second quarter by the Tanagers. First one's off the mark for Blanchett. They are now 6 of 10. And coming into the game, about a 76% free throw shooting team. 6 of 10 make that 7 for 11. 6 points now for Blanchett. First one in this quarter, 33-15 your score. Crabtree right corner, guarded by Blanchett himself, trying to look inside. Up top Cummins, swings it over Brooks. Brooks, he'll drive in, jump stop. Floater is good for Ben Brooks. 8 points now for him, first points from inside the arc. 33-17. About 8 seconds separate shot clock and game clock. Blanchett tries to get it to Cerny. Miscommunication. Shot clock did not reset as there was not a change in possession, so still that roughly 8-second difference. They will have to get a shot off. Jay Drake calling some offense. Hanson now top of the key with 10. Hands off Carter. He's got 8, and he took a couple steps before he dribbled. Turnover, travel. Possession back to Madison, trying to get a shot up before the half. 15.8 to go in quarter number 2.
Yeah, big offensive possession here for Madison. If you can come away with points, even if it's just 2, it at least takes you into halftime feeling some momentum and feeling like you can come out with life and have a chance here in the second half.
Brooks with 10, with 9. He'll drive left through contact, lay in no, off the bottom of the front of the rim. And we're going to be shooting 2 free throws. They're going to say the foul was on Preister. First personal.
Yeah, and I think that's a little bit more of what I expect out of Brooks, or at least want to see out of him. I mean, he's got size, but he's also got strength. I mean, a lot of times you see guys that are 6'9", especially in high school, and they're nothing but skin and bones out there. But, I mean, Brooks has some size. He's got a lot of strength on him, and I think he can really take it to the rack against this Vermillion team.
Second free throw up and good. First 2 free throws for the Bulldogs. 9 points for Brooks. Trey Hansen brings it across. He's got 3. Kicks over Preister. Right wing 3 at the buzzer. No. And that is how the first half will end. The Tanagers with the lead 33-18 after 16 minutes of play. We're going to step aside when we come back. Halftime stats and analysis, maybe as well a couple interviews. That is on the way next. You're watching Tanager basketball on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Picture. To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a checkmark, all in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
All right, halftime here in the boys matchup. Spencer Buley back on the mic here with Taylor Roovers. Taylor, long trip up here to Madison. Do you enjoy the long bus rides, or is it kind of a drag?
I don't mind them too much, but they kind of get boring once you get down the road a little bit.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can relate. Talk to me a little bit about the game. I mean, you guys have kind of been in a stretch of a couple of running clock matchups. Is it a little bit bittersweet? I mean, you don't even get to finish the game usually.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun to watch the other girls go out there and get some time on varsity and get their first points, and I think that's a big part of our whole team, getting everyone to play together, and I think that's a big opportunity for them.
And you obviously, I think we recorded 5 steals, Cole, is that right? 5 steals, if not more. When you guys are coming into a game like this, you're facing a little bit of a lesser competition level opponent. Is that something you guys are eager and antsy to go after the ball, get a lot of steals?
Yeah, we're just really working on playing our game, acting like it's a normal game. I know we got some tough ones down the road now, and we're just try to play our normal game the whole time.
Yeah, you talk about some of the games coming up. How do you guys kind of flip the switch a little bit? Because you got a lot of tough teams coming up, mostly with winning records. How do you kind of flip that switch and get prepared for the upcoming matchups?
Yeah, we just got to flip the switch really fast. Like in practice tomorrow, we'll really get going and get at a faster pace. And, we've been working on trying to keep these games as competitive as possible and trying to keep them so then we're ready for the other ones.
Well, Taylor, very impressed with your performance and the whole Vermillion Tanager squad tonight. 20 points and a whole bunch of steals. It's Taylor Rivers for you here on Vermillion Tanagers Live. Thank you, Taylor.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll step aside, and in a moment we'll have halftime stats analysis from the boys matchup here in Madison.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. I'm Cole Larsch, alongside me, Spencer Buley. Just conducted that wonderful interview with Taylor Rivers again. The Vermillion girls got the big win, 49-23. You look at the score and say, oh, Cole, how was that a big win? They were up 43-6 at halftime, and then just coasted the rest of the way again. Tough stretch for them upcoming. We'll get to that a little bit later when we talk with John Brooks in our pregame show up ahead of the Lennox game on Thursday. Your halftime score here at the boys game, 33-18 in favor of the Vermillion Tanagers. I turn it over to Spencer Buley before I actually want to say stats first and then go over to Spencer Buley. Spencer, I changed my mind. I apologize. For the Madison Bulldogs, 18 points. Ben Brooks with 9 of them. Brody Cummins with 5 and Miles Schneider with 4. Again, Schneider a big piece in that first quarter. 3 personal fouls in that second, so he had to sit for quite a bit. 3 rebounds apiece for Schneider and Crabtree. And they scored 10 in the first, 8 in the second for their 18 points. They went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. For the Vermillion Tanagers, 33 points. Luke Jensen, the leading scorer, he had 10. Carter Hansen and Spencer Blanchette both with 6. Trey Hansen with 4. Carter Hansen with 6. Trey Hansen with 4. Gabe Larson and Landon Cerny with 3 apiece. Cerny leads in the rebounding category with 4. They went 7 of 11 from the free throw line. 13 in the first, 20 in the second for the Vermillion Tanagers as the Madison Bulldogs are already out of the halftime locker room. I asked this question to my broadcast partner, Spencer Buley. Spencer, it was really a tale, and again, I say this a lot, but it's true, a tale of two different quarters. First quarter, very close, almost way more low scoring than we thought, but it was exactly what we thought. Fast pace, putting up a lot of shots, just couldn't get them to fall. Second quarter, Vermillion changes up their defense. Madison couldn't get a good look. Vermillion got hot on the offensive end.
Yeah, and Cole, I think the biggest thing in that second quarter was the turnovers that Vermillion was forcing. We saw the pace of play get really fast for the Madison Bulldogs. It made them uncomfortable. They got out of control. They started to struggle on the offensive end. And as we see with both these Tanager squads, they turned defense into offense. We saw a lot of points for Vermillion come off of turnovers. And, they began to get some better looks on offense as well in general. But 33-18, again, this game feels a lot closer other than just a handful of fast breaks and quick runs from this Vermillion team.
Again, 33-18 your halftime score. Let's take a quick look at scores from around the state of South Dakota, specifically in Class A. Some area games. Wagner leads Elk Point and Jefferson 21-14 at the half. Freeman leads Parker 58-43. That one's got 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Sioux Valley leads number 2 Hamlin 12-11 end of the first quarter. Sioux Falls Christian leads Del Rapids 51-25 at halftime there. Receiving votes, West Central leads number 3 Dakota Valley 31-23 at the half. And Western Christian of Iowa leads number 5 Lennox 31-16. That is halftime there. And let's look at scores from around the state of South Dakota. We're going to step aside one final time. When we come back, it's third quarter action between Madison and Vermillion on the boys' side of things. That is on the way next. You're watching Tanager basketball on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Madison Central High School, Madison, South Dakota. Bulldogs still drawing up some plays. Head coach Chad White looking to get some offense going. The Tanagers will start with the ball going left to right in their road red uniforms. Letters and numbers in black with some white trim. Madison, their home whites, letters and numbers in maroon with some gray trim. Crowd has thinned out a bit on the Vermillion side. A lot of people want to make the trip an hour and 45 minutes home. Don't want to wait to get home till tomorrow. Carter Hansen had it poked away for a moment. He gets it back, and now Gabe Larson. Bounce pass to Trey. Trey drives right, lay in. Count the bucket and the foul for Trey Hansen. Kind of a quiet night for Trey so far, just 6 points. But being very creative on the offensive glass. And that leads to now a 35-18 lead.
Yeah, and he's always creative. I mean, Trey is such a fun athlete to watch on the offensive end. He's always creative at the hoop, always coming up with some new way to make your jaw drop when you're watching him play, but also very good at finishing through contact.
Ben Brooks' 10-foot floater is good. 11 points for him, first Bulldog in double figures. And Bulldogs pull it back to within 15, 35-20. 7:15 to go here in the third quarter. Carter Hansen, long skip past Larson. Larson looks inside to Jensen. Jensen guarded by Schneider. Drives middle, now spins right. Lay in, no. Can't get that one to quite fall. Brody Cummins with the rebound. Lost it from behind, had it poked away from behind, and it's out of bounds. Turnover and possession to the Vermillion Tanagers.
I don't think Brooks was quite ready for that one. Not usually the first guy to be outlet to.
1 minute gone in the third. Tanager's now a 4-out, 1-in set. Trey Hansen, left wing three is off the mark and no good. He'll hustle for his own offensive rebound, but Larson will come up with it. Kicks out. Carter Hansen, left wing three, got it to go. 9 points now for Carter Hansen. 18-point lead, 38-20.
Madison's going to have to step on the gas because if the Tanagers start getting hot from three, then
look
out. Be a really, really tough mountain to climb here in the second half.
Brooks, Cummins, Schneider, Wienhoff, now Cummins. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Madison Bulldogs. Wienhoff, right wing three off the mark, no. Trey Hansen with the rebound, tried saving it by throwing it off a Bulldog's foot, but he gets it to Carter Hansen eventually. Long pass up ahead, tipped out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Tanagers.
Yeah, Cole, you go back to that last possession for Madison. It's tough when you work the clock that much, you have that many good passes, and you come away with your best shot being a deep three-pointer like that when it wasn't really a great look. That's a possession that's going to hurt Madison in the long run because not only are they not scoring points, but they're chewing clock as well, while Vermillion on the other end here continues to score.
Hansen with the drive, and he gets the steal on the other end. Third steal for him. 20-point lead. They've doubled up the Bulldogs once again. Larson, long three, going to be short, no good. Shane Wienhoff with the rebound, coast to coast, lay in off the glass, good for two. First 2 points of the ball game for the 5'11 junior guard. Again, very junior heavy. A lot of the seniors don't even see time for this Madison Bulldogs squad.
I'll tell you what, Wienhoff there, generally the rule is if you don't have numbers, you back out, let your team fill the gaps. But, man, if you got speed like Shane Wienhoff showed right there, heck, I'm giving him the green light from anywhere on the court to go ahead and take it coast to coast.
Wienhoff steal, Trey Hansen steal. Up ahead, a little two-man game you might have seen in the backyard of the Hansen household. The shot's no good, but a whistle and a foul call.
Yeah, I thought for sure Carter was going to take that one by himself and just go up with the little alley-oop lay-in.
All right. Free throws up and good for Trey Hansen. 8 for 13 are the Tanagers from the free throw line. Nolan Nielsen comes in. Brody Cummins will check off for the Bulldogs. Hansen, 8 points now for him in the ball game. 9 of 14 from the free throw line. And back up to a 20-point game. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Again, thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers Live. Live Ticket TV. Quick steal by Gabe Larson. I'm Cole Larsch alongside me, Spencer Buley. We've got you covered all throughout the season. Again, next action for both these squads. The girls and the boys squad, I should clarify. Thursday, they have a home doubleheader against the Lennox Orioles. Should be two very entertaining matchups there. Offensive rebound put back. Trey Hansen is good. He's now in double figures with 10. 6 of those 10 here in this fourth quarter. They've doubled up the Bulldogs once again. Three ball good by Cason Crabtree. First 3 points for him. Head coach Chad White says, all right, I'm going to take a 60-second timeout, and we will take it with him. We're going to step aside back to Madison High School in 60 seconds.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. Tanagers have the ball up 19 points. Again, a little delayed on coming back, and now Carter Hansen, ball slips through his fingers and out of bounds. Out of the pass from Trey. Again, a little delayed getting back to you. It was time for me to start drinking some of this Diet Coke. Need a little bit of caffeine, but as my old social studies teacher and driver's ed teacher and a lot of other things she did at our school, Miss Kim Beach always used to say, that dang aspartame will get you every time, so you got to kind of lay low on that Diet Coke or it'll get you over time.
I've heard it.
Three balls off the mark for Crabtree. A couple offensive rebounds by Nolan Nielsen, and finally gets one of the putbacks to go. 3 rebounds, all offensive for him. And the foul is going to go on Gabe Larson, his first personal. Jay Drake not impressed with that defensive effort right there. He'll take a quick timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him. Back to Madison in 30 seconds.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. Free throw was good by Nolan Nielsen, 3 points for him. Bulldogs are 2 of 3 from the free throw line. It's 44-28. Carter Hansen with his pump fake. Now they're going to swing it around. Larson for 3. Short, falls in the lap of Carter Hansen. His putback is good. 13 points for Carter now in the ball game. Quickly up ahead, the Bulldogs go. Schneider tries driving in, had it poked away for a moment. Now a hand-checking foul going to be called. Cerny, first personal. First team foul. Now we're going to stop play, get the shot clock reset. Here we go. Again, your 3 officials. Harry White, Darren Vandenberg, and Chris Janish holding it down. Both games this doubleheader. 3 ball out front. Got it to go. Miles Schneider rattles in again. 4 points for him in that first quarter. 3 fouls in the second, so he had to sit for a little bit. Now he's back out there. It's back down to a 15-point game. Wide open underneath. Larson blocked from behind. Got it back and then stolen away. Shane Vienoff, third steal for him. Schneider has it. Drives middle. Makes a nice move, and the lay-in is good. 9 points for Schneider now in the ball game. 13-point game. That one gets the Madison Bulldogs student section back on their feet and cheering.
I'll tell you what, they're glad to have Schneider back.
Quickly the other way. 3 ball is good. Luke Jensen. 13 points for him in the ball game. Now back to a 16-point game, roughly 2.5 to go in this third quarter.
That's a big-time shot from Luke Jensen right there.
Now we're going to get an offensive foul going to be called away from the ball. I believe it's going to go on Shane Veenhoff. No, it's going to go on 23, Nolan Nielsen. Second personal and the third team foul. A couple subs in both sides. Blanchette checks in. Larson goes off. And that is, I missed who came in for the Bulldogs. Thought I had it, then I looked down at my roster and I was just making up a number. Hansen will bring it across, or try to, guarded by Ben Brooks. Now here comes the double team. He'll pass it off to Cerny, now he'll get it back. Carter, bounce pass inside Jensen, blocked away. Big block that time by Nolan Nielsen, second for him. Other line, lay-in, no good by Schneider. Rebound controlled by Nielsen. And he's going to get fouled. And they're going to say he was going up, and he'll shoot some 2 free throws. Cerny's second personal. Nielsen, 4th offensive rebound in the ball game for him.
Yeah, I kind of thought, I'm going to stand in agreement with the Vermillion stance here. I did think that was a travel before that foul was called. The back foot definitely dragged. I guess the debate is whether or not it dragged before or after the foul, but seemed to me like to create the space to draw the foul. That back foot was definitely dragged.
Both free throws are good for Nielsen. 5 points for him now in the ball game. Bulldogs are 4 of 5 from the line. It's 49-35, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Carter Hansen, now a cheeky foul at half court going to be called. Henry Vienoff, third personal, fourth team foul on the Bulldogs.
And we're definitely seeing more fouls here in this. How'd you manage to get that much air in there after you already drank out of it, Cole?
I shook it, that's why.
Anyways, it's we got Diet Coke complications over here up in the bleachers.
Not even complications.
Luckily, nothing
I brought
spilled.
it upon myself. I mean,
nothing spilled, luckily, but
so far
still funny. I don't know if you could hear the air seeping out of there over the mics, because I certainly could.
You definitely probably could until I moved it away. I didn't realize it was going to be that loud. Vienoff drives. Foul going to be called. I don't think they're going to call it a shooting foul. They're going to say it was on the pass. He tried making a shooting motion at the end to try to sell it. Blanchette, second personal, fourth team foul. Jay Drake, I don't know if you can hear him say that, but stop the basketball.
Short and sweet. That's the only cue. I mean, right now we're seeing, the other thing, Cole, is we're seeing so many fouls, and I feel like there's a component that's, yes, the aggression and the intensity has been elevated here in the second half, especially as Madison has shown the hunger to want to come back and get into this ball game, but it's just getting sloppy on the defensive end.
Hansen out of the steal, floater off the mark, no. Brooks with the rebound, he'll lob it up. Lay in the other side, off the glass, good for two. Henry Vienoff, first points for him. Back down to a 12-point game again. At one point this game was 44-22.
By the way, Cole, Henry Vienoff, I believe, was the one that checked in earlier. That was a really good move from Vienoff. That was a very low odds shot that he just put in.
Jensen kicks out Trey Hansen. He lost it out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Ben Brooks. 40.1 on the game clock, 14 on the shot clock. Still a pretty good crowd on hand for the Madison Bulldogs. Tanager crowd again with a 2-hour drive almost up ahead of them. Quite a few of them left at halftime.
Student section still loud and proud over here for Madison. Love to see it.
And they're really loving the recent comeback. Now we're going to get they tried counting down early. Maybe might have worked, maybe not. And now Trey Hansen on his putback. Shot up and no. Ben Brooks' third personal foul. Fifth team foul on the Bulldogs. So now we're going to be shooting free throws.
If I had to take a stab at it, I would guess that Trey Hansen saw that opportunity to draw a foul and seized it.
Free throw rattles in and out. They are now 9 of 15 from the free throw line. Trey Hansen still with just 10 points, 30.2 to go in the third quarter. So the shot clock is off. Second one will go in. 10 of 16, 11 points for Trey. Shane Vienoff has it for Madison. Brooks, right wing. Brooks still has it. Guarded by Jensen. Jump stop. Tanagers want to travel. Henry Vienoff, pocket picked by Trey, but it goes out of bounds. Possession will stay with Madison. 11.7 now to go. Bulldogs will sub. Miles Schneider will check in. Henry Vienoff goes out. Into Brooks, right corner with 10. Crabtree has it with 7. Up top, Schneider. Pull up, left wing 3. Got it to go for Miles Schneider. 12 points for him. Trey, hop step floater from half court, no good, and that is how the third quarter will end. Madison Bulldogs trying to pull off the comeback of the year. It is 50-40 after 3 quarters. We're going to step aside, back with fourth quarter action in 60 seconds.
Changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back. Madison outscores Vermillion 26-17 in that third quarter, and they start with possession. Here in the fourth, they almost lose it, but they get it back again. Home whites, they're going right to left, trying to mount a 22-point comeback. Again, this game at one point was 44-22. Miles Schneider, high off the glass, rattles in for him. 14 points now in the ball game. It's back within single digits, 50-42. 7.5 to play in the fourth. Carter Hansen stuck. Larson down low. Jensen. Jensen smartly dribbles back out. He'll get it to Trey. Trey will drive, lay in. Blocking foul going to be called on the Bulldogs. And the shot did not go, so they're going to say 2 free throws. Fourth personal on Schneider, so he will likely have to check out. Darren Vandenberg explaining that one to Schneider. Going to say he kind of leaned into it a little bit. Schneider says, all right, got you. I mean, you're probably right. But again, front end of the 2 is off the mark for Trey Hansen.
Yeah, free throws are going to be a story in this one if Madison is able to come back and tie this ball game. Not that it's just been horrible, but there's too many opportunities missed, and especially when you're taking that many free throws against a team like this that's trying to mount a comeback, it always comes back to bite.
11 of 18 from the free throw line are the Tanagers. 4 of 5 are the Madison Bulldogs. Trey Hansen now with 12. It's 51-42. Just about a minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Again, thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers Live. Live Ticket TV. I'm Cole Larsch alongside me, my producer and color analyst tonight, Spencer Buley. Brooks has it in the corner. He'll drive baseline, lost it, poked away by Carter Hansen. Falls into the hands of Gabe Larson. 3 steals now for Larson. Tanagers trying to get back to a double-digit lead. Trey kicks out Cerny. Carter now with it. He'll drive middle. Kick out. Luke Jensen, left side. Got it for 3. Luke Jensen leads all scoring now with 16 points in the ball game. Back to a 12-point game, 54-42. Minute and a half gone in the fourth.
Well, I'd tell you, he has really stepped up tonight. Not that he's, performing that much differently than he normally does, but he has been in some really tough spots, a lot of pressure, and he's made them count.
Brooks pulls up from about 12 feet on the baseline. Got it to go. 10-point game, 30-second timeout. Chad White will take it with him back to Madison in 30 seconds.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager
Welcome
athletics
back to Madison
and the student
Central
athlete.
High School, Madison, South Dakota. Tanagers with a 10-point lead here in the boys' side of things, 54-44 out of the Chad White timeout. He has 2 of them remaining. There's 1 team foul on Madison so far in this quarter. Tanagers have 3 timeouts remaining. They have no fouls here in quarter number 4. Trey Hansen successfully gets it across the timeline for the Tanagers. He's got it back. Drives right through contact to Cerny. Hands off Larson right side. Back to Cerny. Carter Hansen. Luke Jensen in the corner. 13 on the shot clock for the Tanagers. They're going to swing it back around. Trey Hansen on the right side. Now he'll drive middle, drive left. Lay in, blocked away by Shane Veenhoff. We'll call it a steal. 4th steal for him. And now we've got disconcerting signals. Chris Janish says foul. Darren Vandenberg says a stoppage, maybe a travel. They're going to talk with it, and they will say travel came first before the foul. So both referees got together, made the call they both agreed on, and turnover, possession back to the Vermillion Tanagers. Of course, I missed it as I was looking down at my stat sheet. Look up, and we've got 1 referee with a fist, 1 referee with a hand.
It's never a good situation. One of the coaches is going to be really unhappy in a situation like that.
And I don't know if I'd say really unhappy. Chad White just kind of said okay, but just glad that they got together. Luke Jensen, top of the key 3-ball again for him. 19 points in the ball game. It's back to a 13-point game, 57-44.
Safe to say he's got the hot hand. We'll give it to him here.
He had 19 points, all but 2 of them from deep. That was his second shot of the day. Got him up to from 3 to 5 points. Other than that, he's got he's got 2 twos. There we go. I can't even read my own writing here in my stat sheet. Larson got it to go on the right side for 3. Gabe Larson, 6 points now for him in the ball game. Just like that, back up to 16-point lead. 60-44. Trying to get it inside, and it's stolen away by Jensen.
It's just the way this team works. It's the law of averages, you know. The amount of threes that they shot in the first half that didn't go in, you knew at some point along this game they were going to start putting them in. And thankfully for the Vermillion Tanagers, it's come at a crucial time here in the fourth quarter.
4.5 to play, 60-44. Tanagers content with just moving the ball around. Trey Hansen, long 3. That one's off the mark, no. But Luke Jensen with the offensive rebound, his first rebound of the ball game. So a fresh shot clock. Jay Drake says, all right, we're on a 5-out motion set. Try to wind down the clock a little bit. Again, it's very much on their side. Shane Vienoff, third personal foul, and the second team foul on the Bulldogs. Schneider and Kaysen Crabtree will check back in for Madison. Ethan Sims, Nolan Nielsen check back off. So it's a starting 5 out there for both squads with 4:06 to go in the fourth. Larson has it right side, 4 minutes even to play, 23 on the shot clock for the Tanagers. Trey Hansen gets the screen from Carter. He'll take the left wing 3, got it to go for Trey Hansen. Kind of walked into it, wondering if they were going to come up and guard him, and they did not. It's back up to a 19-point game, 63-44.
Yeah, you know he was itching for the deep one. You know he was just wanting that LaMelo Ball style 3 from way beyond the arc. I mean, he missed the first one, and with every miss, I swear it's like the second and third chances that you have, your percentages are increasing.
Miles Schneider, he turns around again, checked back in. He's got 4 fouls, so a little bit of foul trouble. Leading scorer for the Bulldogs, 16 points for him in the ball game. So with 3:18 to play, it is 63-46. And Tanagers content with just slowing things down here a little bit. No need to force anything. 16 on the shot clock. Hansen drives, tries kicking out Jensen. He'll spin. His shot up off back iron, no. Rebound tipped around and out and controlled by Gabe Larson.
Well, I tell you what, the offensive rebounds have come in huge for Vermillion in this second half. There have been too many opportunities that Madison's had to take a possession and go down and score and make this thing manageable, and they've let him slip.
Carter Hansen drives right, lay in, no, but he got it back. Inside, Larson wide open off the glass, good for 2. 8 points for him, 4 assists for Carter Hansen. Timeout, Vermillion Tanagers. It'll be a 60-second timeout. We'll step aside and take it with him. Back to Madison in a minute.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Madison Bulldogs. Down 19. There we go. You can tell how late at night it's getting. I'm starting to struggle with some math here. Spencer Buley. Again, I'm Cole Larsch alongside me. Spencer Buley, Trey Hansen out of the timeout. He gets the steal. Lay in. No. Contact and a foul going to be called. First personal on Ethan Sims, the third team foul on the Bulldogs. Oh, what a save there. Stats just about fell off the table, and I think he just pulled about 3 muscles trying to save him. Oh, the one time we don't have an announcer cam up here, Spencer. First free throw is good for Trey Hansen, 16 points for him. As he is set to come out after this next free throw. And Cade Roover set to check in. That second one is good. 17 now for Trey. He comes off, and the 5'9 senior guard, Cade Roovers, will check in as the Tanagers now up 21 points, 67-46. It was a 22-point lead, then all the way down to 8 is the closest that the Bulldogs got it, and it's back up to 21 just as fast as you can count up to 21. Cummins has it left side, looking inside Sims, guarded by Roovers, stolen away. Carter Hansen, 4th steal for him. Hansen dribbles it across. More subs set to check in. Out of the next dead ball for the Tanagers.
It's crazy, Cole. I mean, this game at one point was 8 points, and it wasn't that long ago. And all of a sudden now, Vermillion, digging into their bench.
Again, that's just like we've talked about every game, and even in the pregame. Once this Tanager team gets hot, it is just unbelievable what the points that they can put up. Spencer Blanchette, he checks back in. Number 21, Trenton Thomas, the 5'10 junior guard, as well as number 34, Sean Doan, the 6'1 senior forward, check in. Jensen, Carter Hansen, and Gabe Larson all out. Well, we will likely see them for the final time here in this ball game as Preister set to check back in the next break as well. Minute 25 to go. Shot up no good by Henry Vienoff, and rebound is controlled by Cade Roovers. Roovers to Cerny, back to Roovers. Doan to a cutting Cerny. Pass too strong, but they got it back. Part of the Madison Bulldogs student section starting to migrate to the other side. Cerny, left wing 3. That one rattles in for him. 6 points. Quick timeout for Jay Drake just to get Landon Cerny out of the ball game. Carson Preister will check in, and Cerny will come off. So all starting 5 are out. Again, at one point in this game, 22-point lead. Back down to 8 just like that, and now just like that, 24-point lead.
Yeah, it's just a tale of runs. I mean, with this Vermillion team, they're going to catch fire, and when they do, it's going to be deadly. I mean, there's no way around it. The way they shoot the 3 ball, the way they attack the rim, and force turnovers, realistically, it's all ends of the floor for Vermillion.
Spencer Blanchette with the defensive rebound. He goes coast to coast, and his lay is good. 72-46. Tanagers will move to 7-1 in their season. Again, they will take on a very good Lennox squad on Thursday. Shot clock is off. Everybody on the bench puts up their hands, and they're just going to dribble this one out. Spencer Blanchette will do some fancy moves, and barring anything crazy happening, that will be our final score. 72-46. Madison student section chanting, "Let's play football." Always a very original one when you lose in basketball, but win in football.
What can you do? I'm not going to lie. I was in high school once. I've been there.
72-46, your final score. The Vermillion Tanagers outscore the Madison Bulldogs in the fourth quarter, 22-2. Spencer Buley. That's how big of a fourth quarter it was for the Vermillion Tanagers. We'll have a full stats breakdown as well as post-game analysis from both games, and depending on how fast we get out, see if we can get the boys team on the bus back home. We're going to step aside when we come back. All that and more on the way next. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Your locally owned and operated Ready Mix Company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregate, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dogs. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Madison High School, Madison, South Dakota, your boys basketball post-game show. Trying to wrap things up here, get everybody back home, on the buses home, on the cars home. And again, it's almost a 2-hour drive. It's dark and it's cold. Everybody wants to go home, so let's wrap up your final stats. First for the Madison Bulldogs, 46 points for them. Their leading scorer was Miles Schneider, in and out of the ball game with some foul trouble. Ended up with 16 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist for him. Then just down the stat sheet as I see it numerically, Brody Cummins, 5 points and a rebound. Kason Crabtree, 3 points in that third quarter and 3 rebounds. 3 rebounds. Shane Veenhoff, 2 points, 3 boards, an assist, and 4 steals for him in the ball game. Big Ben Brooks, 13 points and a rebound for him. Nolan Nielsen, 5 points all in that third quarter, 4 rebounds, a steal, and 2 blocks. Henry Veenhoff, 2 points and a rebound and a steal. And Ethan Sims with a rebound in the ball game as well. The Madison Bulldogs shot 4 of 5 from the free throw line. 10 points in the first quarter, 8 in the second, 26 in that third quarter for them. 2 points in that fourth quarter for the Madison Bulldogs for their final tally of 46. They will fall to 5-3 on their season and get out of Region 3A. For the Vermillion Tanagers, 72 points. Leading scorers, Luke Jensen with 19 in the ball game, a rebound and a steal for him. Trey Hansen with 17 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 steals. Carter Hansen, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, and a block for him. Spencer Blanchette and Gabe Larson all with 8 points, and Landon Cerny had 6 points, 5 rebounds for him in the ballgame, as well as 2 assists to round it out. Cade Roovers with a rebound as well. Carson Preister with a free throw on the way, too. The Vermillion Tanagers shot 13 of 20 from the free throw line. They scored 13 in the first, 20 in the second, 17 in the third, 22 in their fourth quarter for their total of 72 points. Tanagers will move to 7-1 on their season. Their next action again will be Thursday against Lennox. As we get to your post-game interviews, first with the young sophomore, standing about a foot taller than me at 6'5", it is Luke Jensen. Luke, obviously a big win for your squad, 72-46. First one I ask you, we asked Taylor Roovers in our girls interview, what do you do on this long, almost 2-hour bus ride up here?
So went on Instagram Reels for probably half an hour and then took a nap for about an hour and then kind of just talked about the matchups with my teammates and how the game's, what we're thinking kind of.
Well, whatever you did must have worked as you came out guns a-blazing. 19 points for you in the ball game. As someone that was never a good shooter in high school, again, believe it or not, I did play basketball in high school. How does it feel knowing when you can go out there, just put the ball up from the three-point line, and about 60% of the time it's going to go in?
Feels great. I couldn't do it without my teammates. Almost all my threes are actually just kick outs. So very happy that I can play with a good team that can get to the basket and kick it to me and get open shots for me.
Now, a quick turnaround for you and your squad. Obviously, so far, great season, 7-1. You get a day of practice, then you take on a very talented Lennox squad. How are you going to use this win as motivation to kind of go in, not only just on Thursday, but into the rest of the season?
Kind of just keep our head down, keep going one game at a time, and Lennox is going to be our hardest game of the year, in my opinion, or thus far. And yeah, I think we have a chance. We just got to compete.
Again, 72-46. Congratulations on the big win. Also, 19 points for you. Go get changed up. I'm sure the bus is just about ready to leave for you. Congratulations on the big win, Luke.
All right, thanks for having me.
And again, Luke Jensen on the post-game show. Now we're joined by the one and only Lewis Budmeyer. His Notre Dame Irish got the big win last weekend. Coach, big win, 72-46. It was a big lead. Then it wasn't. Then it was. What really happened in that late second quarter, third quarter there that cut that lead down to 8?
Yeah, overall great win tonight. We got the job done. Long road trip. It's always a tough game up in here in Madison. They played well. Our big issue right now is just the third quarter. I don't know what it is about the third quarter. Like if you look at our season totals for the season, I think we've actually lost. We're a 7-1 basketball team. We've lost the third quarter by 15 points. So it's just kind of a weird thing. We don't know if we need to switch things up coming out of half, but some reason we just don't guard well in that third quarter. We gave up 22 points, I believe, in that third quarter. They had 18 at half, but then kudos to the guys. They pinned their ears back and they held them to 6 in the fourth. So that's huge because in the grand scheme of things, 28-point half, we'll take it. But getting 22 in that third to give them life, it was an 8-point ball game with about 5 minutes left. And if we don't knock down a couple of those threes, it could be a whole different ball game. But the boys showed up, played hard, and found a way to get a win. Again,
26-17 that third quarter in favor of Madison. According to my stats, I had a lot of things going on up here, probably wrong. 22-2 in favor of your squad in that fourth quarter. Well, we've asked everybody so far, what do you do on a long road trip, especially about an hour 45 up, hour 45 back?
Well, this road trip was pretty sweet for me, but it was tough for a couple other guys, so I'm a massive Rams fan. I was sitting with a couple Vikings fans. Coach Rowe, who's helping us out, we're both big sports fanatics, so we probably annoy the guy by us, but we can talk sports all day long. So about the first hour or so, we were just talking, hashing out the game last night, solving the world's problems like always. Then kind of just took a little snooze before we got here. Bus driver did a great job getting us here, and the boys showed up, and, hey, we'll take a great road win against a DAC-12 team, and hopefully that momentum keeps going and leading us into Thursday night against a great Lennox team coming into our house.
Again, like you said, 7-1, a lot of big wins. That only loss again against West Central. But you look ahead to Lennox. They're currently down 61-43 to a very good Western Christian team. They're going to be coming off a big test. How do you kind of capitalize on that, maybe knock them down while they're weak?
The thing about Lennox is they're great, well coached. It's a team that's well, I always say winning is contagious, and it's a Lennox team that's coming off a state football title, so they're raring to go. They're a confident bunch, even with a loss tonight. That Western Christian team is a dang good basketball team. This weekend, I think they went 2T, and they got T by 15 points or something, that Western Christian team. I don't know for sure the points and stuff, but I know they got T, and T is a good team in AA. So that's a dang good ball game. So we'll just see what happens. We know we have a history with Lennox, and I know we're probably not on the top of their list of their favorites for what we've done in the past. So they're going to be gunning for us and come into our house. We got to protect the bird cage, and hopefully the boys come out. We can go keep this momentum rolling, and I always tell the guys, keep the train rolling.
Well, Coach, again, congratulations on the big win. I feel like I've kept you long enough. Go get on that bus before it leaves you. Talk to you on Thursday.
Awesome. Thanks, Cole.
Then again on post-game show, Coach Lewis Budmeyer joining us. 72-46, the boys got the win. 49-23, the girls got the win. So a DAC-12 sweep here inside Madison High School for the Vermillion Tanagers. Boys move to 7-1, girls move to 8-1. Again, tough task next Thursday against Lennox. Myself and Spencer Buley, I think, will be on the call for that one, right? You'll be there, yes?
Thursday?
Yes, Thursday.
Yes, sir.
That a boy? All
I
right.
think so.
Myself and Spencer Buley, until otherwise noted, will be on the call for that one. Pregame 5:30. Girls game scheduled to start at 6:30, and the boys to follow. For Spencer Buley, who's been great today, even play-by-play on the first game, I'm Cole Larsch. Thank you all for tuning in. Please stay warm. Good luck. Good news is it's supposed to get warmer here in the next week. Everybody have yourself a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll talk to you again on Thursday.